The Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone. Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday, September 27th, 2023, and we are coming to you live this morning. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Woo!
Spanish.
Yep.
I'm not going to make a whole big deal about this. Your hair.
Yeah.
It looks like a You look like a cartoon of the of like 70s kids.
Yeah. Yeah. I
It's
know.
weird.
I know what I look like.
It's not bad. It's just weird.
It's not my usual look. Normally, I have like product in my hair.
I'm not like making fun of you. I'm just saying it's just an awkward,
It is
weird
awkward.
face.
It is
He
awkward.
was sitting in the chair, like pushed back the other day, and had his hair a little bit over to the side. And I go, "You're Mr. Glass."
Yeah.
Doesn't he look like Mr.
Where
Glass?
it came to the top.
100%. Yeah. So just because of what's that infection that I had, it's so I can't put anything in my hair.
I know exactly what cartoon you're talking about. What is the black kid
Boondocks.
samurai?
Boondocks,
Right. Yeah.
That's what you look like,
100%.
Boondocks guy.
That's a pretty good cartoon. Thank you.
Whatever. Hello,
Thank you.
Gio. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Hello,
Thank you very
Gio.
much. Oh man, I went to bed last night. How you doing? At 7:30, and I have not felt this good in a while.
Wow.
I needed it, man. I don't know why I was not feeling good yesterday, and it was good.
Dude, it's good that you got some rest. But the whole reason I am dealing with all this is because I was not getting any sleep. Run down.
Galvin, I did wake up in the middle of the night while watching Seinfeld, and I don't know if I had a dream or if they were in a diner, but it was not the same diner.
That's Seinfeld.
No, I know, but it was not that diner.
Oh yeah.
And George was smoking a big cigar, and he paid the bill.
Oh yeah. It was when he was making the money. Yeah. Because he did the investment. He stayed in. Yeah.
But they were in a different diner, and I had woken up in the middle of the night, and I'm like, am I dreaming this, or is this really going on? I don't know if I'd seen that one.
Were they in Babu's place?
I don't know. No, I didn't see the whole thing, so I don't know.
Babu.
The wheels are in motion. They're in motion.
And Jerry was in like a Airbnb with some girl.
Oh.
Yeah.
And she accused him of not having any money.
Oh, is it the one? Yeah, because it's the one where they go too early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's reading the paper.
Yeah.
Can I tell you that I fake that I'm a Seinfeld fan from time to time?
So you don't have to deal with
You
it?
just go along with it. You go, oh, yeah.
Because somebody will make it happened to me yesterday. Somebody made a reference, and they're like, "That's Seinfeld." And I go, "Yeah, I know, right?" And I just played along with it because I didn't want to explain to this person
Stolen valor.
that I had no idea what they're talking about. They're like, "That was George." I go, "Yeah, I love that one."
Do you know what Pete did to me for 20 years? He told me he was allergic to seafood. This way I'd stop asking him if he wanted, like, should I go, try the shrimp, it's good. And he'd be like, I'm allergic. And he's like, I just didn't want to try your shrimp. So he lied to me. One day I saw him eating shellfish, and I went, no!
Yeah.
And he went, what? And I go, you're allergic? He goes, no, I'm not. I just been telling you that. So, like when your parents tell you they're allergic to cats, so you don't get a cat when you're a baby.
for real.
Yeah.
Or they tell you your dog went to live on a farm.
Yeah.
Or you gotta sleep on the back porch.
Oh, you had to make it real.
See that he told me that he was going to install an air conditioning unit.
Oh, he did?
Yeah,
Promises.
it never came. But then when I moved out, they did that for my brother instead.
Oh, that's
Okay, all right, I have a question. Right? We have to go back to this.
Oh man.
So you were on the porch
Yes,
on a bed or a couch?
it was a bed.
Okay. And it was screens or windows?
Like, hold on, real quick. They moved a bed out there, or was it like a fold out?
No, they moved a bed out there.
Okay.
Like the effort to get you out of the
I know,
porch.
I know.
It's so weird.
Was
Yeah.
it screened in or
It was like
glassed in?
It was screened, and you remember they used to have like the sliding vinyl plastic
Yeah.
windows.
You're on the lanai.
that
It's like
would-
a sunroom.
that
Yeah.
would slide down. It had that, but it was screened plastic with holes all through it.
When you slept out there, did you hear like
Oh, yeah.
like all the bugs and stuff? Yeah.
All the time.
Oh my god.
Nobody
I
would steal your stuff that was out there?
No, I mean there was nothing out there really of value.
The bed?
Oh, who's
Who's on
yeah,
a bed?
Yeah, let's
From
get
a
a
house.
sweet
Steelers
bed.
out there.
yeah,
Sweet bed that some weird teen sleeping in.
Yeah.
People are into weird stuff, man.
Let me
And
take
would
this
you-
old twin bed
Would you wake up in a pile of sweat every day?
all the time. Yeah.
Oh my.
Sometimes in the summer when it was really hot, I was like allowed to sleep inside on the couch.
Really?
Yeah.
I have to tell you, you are so much more well balanced
You don't
than
see
I thought.
behind the
I'm
scenes. You
telling
don't. You don't see the behind the scenes.
Listen to me. He should be beating his kids. He should be. He should just be a bad father because he doesn't know any better.
Gio has mastered the just having to present for 20 to 30 minutes at a time that he's holding it together, and then when he's behind closed doors,
He loses
it
it.
unravels.
Yeah.
But then before he gets in front of people again, he's like, "All right, together?
Yeah.
Okay. And then he
I'm-
goes in
I'm
and
like
you're
Joe
"Yeah."
Biden.
I'm having heart
I can
attack.
pull it together for like a press conference,
It's
but after
perfect.
that,
Dude, it's perfect.
I don't want to make this too serious because this is legit, but how do you not take that out of your mother now?
because she didn't know.
She didn't know you were on the porch?
Well, no, she knew that, but she didn't. Like, she was naive to the whole situation. She didn't realize how bad of a person that guy was because
She never walked out to wake you up and went, it's hot out here.
Do you feel like your mother was controlled by that guy?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's the guy was a super master manipulator
Yeah.
and a con man. He did that his entire life, and he just took advantage of my mom and the two kids.
I probably shouldn't say this on the air, but I just want to reiterate: if you ever want to just go over there and beat him up, I'm
Dude,
in. I'm
same.
in.
Oh
I'm in.
yeah,
I'm in
it's
100%.
like literally not even worth it to me.
Yeah, it's worth it to me, and I didn't
Yeah.
have to spend one night out there.
Yeah, it's that's like the tip of the iceberg.
I
really
imagine
I really
Gio-
need to be in therapy.
I imagine Gio somewhere, and they're like, "Let's go sit on the porch." He's like, "No, no, I don't."
Yeah, a lot of this I was verbally abused a lot when
Yeah.
my mother was not around, and he would intimidate me and don't tell your mom type stuff. At the time, I was a kid, so I was just like terrified of this guy.
I had an incident with an adult, not a sexual thing, a violent thing when I was a kid. And then when I got older, I went back and took care of it. And most people would look at that as like a psychotic thing to do. To me, I didn't kill him or anything like that. But to me, I think I got it off my plate at that point when I was like in my 20s. So I don't even think about it now anymore. It doesn't have any long-term effect on me. Clearly it did up until my 20s because I went back and beat the snot out of this guy. But I think, like, I don't know, people go, you need to go to therapy. I go, no, I think I did. I think
did.
that was my therapy. Yeah. Like, I'm proud of you that you have mental control over that situation because every time you talk about it, I want to kill that guy. I really want to kill
Oh,
him.
there was a time in my life where I was definitely in that, but now the person is so meaningless to me that it's
That
not
is a hard place to get to,
It's
though.
not even worth it. Yeah,
That's a hard place to get to, especially without years of therapy. So, very interesting. I would like to go to a therapist because I feel like I don't need it, and those are people who usually need it the
Yeah.
most. Like, I feel really good about everything. You know what I mean? I feel happy. I'm fine with my life. I'm fine with my upbringing. I don't think there's anything. I'm pretty good with my kids, you know?
What does your wife think? Who is a therapist?
She will say that there is some she thinks that there is probably more that I don't remember or don't, you know what I mean, or don't
Repressed
think.
rage.
Yeah, but I don't think she thinks it's rage. Like, she
Repressed
doesn't,
memories.
you know, because I had those panic attacks, and those panic attacks are definitely triggered by something. And she thinks perhaps there's an incident that I don't remember, and it doesn't have to be like a sexual thing or anything like
Yeah.
that. And she goes, something that you did, and I can't imagine that could be true. I think I've worked out everything in my life that ever bothered me.
They've been doing studies on Parkinson's and dementia, and they recently discovered. I mean, everybody knows your sense of smell is like the best thing that's linked to your memory.
Right.
But they were just doing a whole study how some people that have no idea that have repressed memories will smell a smell that's something that's could be a mile
Bring it
away,
right back.
dude. And
Send it back.
people have had panic attacks. They've had seizures. They'll faint and fall over.
I think that my calling when I have a panic attack is probably a misdiagnosis because I don't panic and I get a little anxiety, but I also can control it, and most people can't.
Yeah.
It's crippling. Most people, they'll go into their rooms and have to lay in bed and do all that stuff. I just need a couple of minutes. And worst comes to worst, I feel like I got to poop, but I don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It
Sour
gives
Patch
me,
Kids.
gives
Yeah,
me
dude.
stomach cramps. You know.
Yeah.
Eat some Sour Patch
Yeah,
Kids.
that doesn't. It's so weird that whole idea of that is to shock you
Yeah.
out of whatever it is, and that
Right.
doesn't really work for me. But I have an advantage where, and there's people listening right now that have panic attacks really bad that are like, how can you? But the other thing is that it happens to me sometimes when I'm sleeping.
That's
and
crazy to me.
Which is really crazy, and that's why they are like, this probably isn't a panic attack. Then what is it? You know?
Does it affect your dreams at all?
Yes. Well, I shouldn't say yes. I dream so vividly, and I have such a connection to my dreams while I'm sleeping. Like, I just talk. I go, okay, well, this is, and I negotiate through my dreams. And that is, I don't know if that's a gift or a curse because I feel like it's keeping me awake, even though I'm not awake. You know what
What
I mean?
usually happens with your heart?
Nothing. That's
Nothing.
how. So the first time it happened, my wife and I were following my father and my sister to go get lunch at Felice's, right? And we were on 19 headed south. And when I looked up ahead, there was a truck jackknifed in the street, and I was wondering if it was making a U-turn and it was just in a weird position, or it was jackknifed and stuck, and should I go around it? Neither of those things were anything to worry about. And I was going to meet my family for lunch at a place that I love, and it was Christmas vacation time. Like, everything was great. And when I stopped to concentrate on that truck for a second, I got hit with that for the first time. And my wife was like, "What's wrong?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I feel like my feet are on fire. I feel like all this stuff is happening." And then she's like, "Is it your heart?" I'm like, "No, my heart feels fine. I'm not even beating fast, you know?" And then afterwards, it's like a rush of adrenaline. And then afterwards, I feel like I either have to throw up or poop if it's really bad. And then it kind of works its way out. It dissipates. It goes away. Now, my wife's like, "I think you had a panic attack." And I'm like, "I'm not panicking." And she's like, "That's not how it works," and this, that, and the other thing. But my curiosity about that truck and being dialed into that, I think, might have triggered something else that I don't know what it is. So every time it's about to happen, I usually have some sort of deja vu feeling beforehand, like, I remember this, and then I can't quite remember it, and then boom, I go into panic mode. So I don't really know what it is, but it's been a lot better. And, my doctor's really good, so.
Yeah. I know if you want to kind of wipe out the dreams, if you drink before you go to bed or smoke before you go
I
to
don't want to
bed.
do either one of those things.
Not like
I don't.
get
mushrooms.
I
That
like
might
the
help
dreams.
too.
Yeah.
Hit yourself in the head with a hammer.
I'm not,
You're
you don't
fine.
need to like get wasted or
No,
anything.
I
but
get
some
good
people-
sleep.
Yeah.
But and my dreams aren't bad. They're just so, like, you know how you want to dream and you want to wake up and you're like, I remember I was in a building. I remember I was in a building in a red chair and I was talking to these people and I hear the whole thing. You know what I mean?
But if you're waking up and you don't feel like you've got rest because your brain is so active while you're sleeping, that
But no, I don't. I
yeah.
feel good. I feel good. And all you people who hate that sleep apnea machine, I hate it too. It's just a clumsy piece of nonsense that you have to do in your most comfortable time, but it helps you so much. I don't know how this turned into a medical show today, but if you're sleeping, if you're a man over 50 years old or late 40s and you're peeing 5, 6, 7 times a night, that's not necessarily because of your prostate or you drank too much or whatever. That is your heart pumping to try and push the fluid out of your body because your blood pressure is going up, and most of the time that's happening is people aren't getting enough oxygen from their sleeping from the
boy.
thing.
Could be diabetic as well.
Yeah, but I'm saying if you
Because your body
don't
tries
have
to get rid of the sugar through your urine.
if you're peeing as much as you are, and then you put the mask on and you realize, I don't even get up to pee now, it's because you're breathing right now, and you don't know that when you're sleeping. You can't tell. I can't tell that I snore until I go when I wake up. But to me, I just did it once.
Well,
if
Dr.
you
Spanish
wake up-
says make a little cocktail before.
Yep.
Yeah.
I didn't,
Make Galvin's margarita.
There you go.
Right.
There
Hey,
you
man.
go. There you go, diabetics. Have some alcohol before you go to bed.
Don't turn this into a weird thing. You can have vodka. It's not,
Fire up the
shit
margarita
that.
machine.
I'm really desperate when I call you up at night and I go, hey, what do you usually drink before you go to bed? That's when I've
No,
had a bad
it
night.
just means sometimes some people have dreams that are so vivid that they don't feel like they've gotten any rest.
Yeah.
So
By the way, looping back to the Seinfeld thing.
Yeah.
So that was one of the early episodes. That is the diner. They're just sitting at a table instead of the booth.
How
that they
I don't
do.
like
dare
it.
they?
Yeah, I
Was
like
the
it.
booth full?
How you like that? I don't know. I don't
Oh,
know.
I don't
I
like
like
it
it.
at all.
Monks wasn't saving them a seat. They
I
weren't
will-
popular yet.
not cool.
I
man.
woke up and I felt like I was in an alternative reality. I go, what is going on here?
Just like I love Friends that they always have that table at the coffee shop. It's a New York coffee shop,
Yeah.
but they always have room for 8 people to sit down. You know?
So I always think the early part of that, like Ross went in first and just spread his stuff around.
Yeah.
And somebody's like, is this seat taking? Yeah, my friends are coming. My
Yeah.
friends are coming.
He's got all his dinosaurs everywhere.
Carmen, you got cut off. I'm sorry. Were you going to say something?
Yeah, I forgot.
Okay,
though.
all right. I figured. I just
It
wanted
wasn't
to
that
check.
important. Yeah.
All right. Anyway, welcome to the show. It is 6:16 on a Wednesday morning. Today we'll have a brand new open letter from Galvin in a little bit. Had a good time. Weird interview with Bert yesterday to the fact that there was no drinking, there was no shirtlessness, there was no yelling, but a great interview. I thought it was good to catch up with Bert and find out. I could see. I'm so happy for his success, but also can see some of the exhaustion in his face. You know what I mean? I don't mean that physically. I just feel like he could probably use a break. You
Well,
know
the
what
no
I mean?
booze, I could tell a big difference.
Oh,
'cause
yeah.
Yeah.
For a while there in some of his videos, he was really looking like,
And it wasn't so much like Bert. Like I would never say Bert's fat, but until you look at his side profile and see his alcohol belly,
Yeah.
and that does it to you, and that can't be healthy.
No.
And what he said, it's been like over 50 days or something that he's gone.
52,
without
I think,
drinking?
yeah.
52. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really awesome.
Yeah, that's his reverse Mickey Mantle gene. Like he could do that all that partying and survive and live, but he could also just shut it down when he wants to.
Later in the day, what we didn't talk to him about, which I wanted to hear, was about the Gavin Rossdale, Corey.
Oh, I can't believe I forgot about that.
Later, I was thinking like, oh damn it, I wanted to hear that, like his side of the story on that. Totally forgot about it.
If you haven't seen that, that is the Something's Burning he did with Gavin Rossdale from Bush and Corey Taylor from Slipknot. And he's sitting across from Gavin Rossdale. And Corey Taylor is kind of like an everyman. Like, he's cool, dude. Gavin Rossdale's still like a rock star. And he said to him, are you married? And now he had one of the biggest divorces from Gwen Stefani, where they got divorced because he was banging the nanny. And he goes, no, I'm not married. And he's like, I'm divorced. And he goes, yeah, I heard about it.
So good.
And then Bert can't get out of the conversation. It's
He
so
starts
hilarious.
talking about how pretty Gwen Stefani
Yeah.
is. And, like, what is he
What?
supposed to say? Like, yeah, I mean, that's my ex. Yeah, she's pretty. Like, it doesn't, you
She's
know.
got beautiful skin.
Yeah.
He said her arms, her arms were so beautiful.
Oh, I wanted secret time on that story.
I did get to meet her one time, and she is really as gorgeous as you'd hope that she'd be. Like, I was mad at me for being ugly in a picture of her. I was like, I ruined it. I got caught in the rain. Not that would have made it any better, but I got caught in the rain.
That's romantic.
And Gwen Stefani came out, and we started talking about the rain and then her kids. And I'm like, is this what's happening? Am I having this conversation?
Did you see? Did you meet young Gwen Stefani or like 50-year-old Gwen Stefani
I met
now?
a younger Gwen Stefani. I didn't meet No Doubt Gwen Stefani.
Yeah.
No doubt Gwen Stefani could have taken me away from any woman if she wanted to.
Easily.
I'm not saying she ever would want to. I'm just saying I would have left any woman in my life meeting young Gwen Stefani in a second.
She is 53 years old, and I don't know if the voice is back on or it's coming back on soon.
I see a lot of commercials lately.
Yeah, but I also have seen clips on YouTube, so I don't know whether it's already back on. But I watched a clip the other day, and Gwen Stefani was wearing some like Mad Hatter outfit that was checkered and this, that. And the girl even said, she goes, well, you're leading right, because they were trying to get the, girl, oh, make me your coach.
Yeah.
And she goes, you're leading with that outfit. And then she stood up and took her jacket off. And I went, this is the show. Just keep on showing her in different clothes.
Oh.
It's amazing and she's beautiful. It's not like she's just some sort of slut doll. That
Yeah.
like, ooh,
I
she's just gorgeous.
I wouldn't Google the nanny that Gavin Rossdale was like cheating on her
Not
with.
hot.
Just like a normal plain Jane type looking chick, not a Gwen Stefani by any
I
means.
told you, you have filet mignon all the time.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, you want a burger.
Do
You know?
you think that he was like, I want a burger, or he just wanted anything that wasn't?
Oh, he just wanted a greasy burger in the
Yeah.
car.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Do you think it's more for the doing it or more for the chase of it?
in the back seat? What?
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know.
No,
man.
I think it's just probably opportunity. You know what I mean? Like,
I feel like I always joke about Wanda Banks, Soph, my cleaning lady, who's also my family friend, But I always say that. But if it was somebody that I didn't know, and she was in here, and even if she was like Arnold Schwarzenegger, that was the
Yeah.
ugliest woman ever.
Oh,
But if
yeah.
you have that opportunity and it comes up, you're like, oh, this is a little devious thing. Maybe I'll take a little shot at this. Not thinking this could entirely change the trajectory of my life,
well, it's funny because I was listening to a true crime podcast, and they had a person that was like a FBI analyst, and they were talking about that, and they said that forbidden love also makes you do crazy things. There was a situation where a married couple had another married couple, and the guy and lady from the opposite married started banging,
Yeah.
and then they killed her husband.
Oh,
and the
Jesus.
guy shot his best friend from high school in the face with a shotgun while they were out in a boat. So
Oh my God. I would have been like, you can have her.
the lady was saying, she goes, no way are you going to do that unless you're involved in this dirty situation
Yeah.
where you're sneaking around and doing all this stuff, and that heightens everything else.
Yeah.
And this is forbidden, so the only way to stop it is this. Meanwhile, you could easily stop it by getting divorced or doing whatever, making these normal things. But because they were religious and couldn't have people know that they were doing this or divorced,
It's
so
crazy.
instead,
There's no way out.
murder by shotgun to the face. Yeah, so and that's what her whole thing was, is you think normal, rational people go, how could you possibly do that? But when you're in it, it's a whole different thing.
This is why I think it would be great. Like, Sister Wives is never going to work out. Like, that guy's got to live with all those women because eventually they're just going to start hating each other and all that. But if I can get Pete to marry a girl And then, oh no, I just had the worst feeling ever. I was like, if I can get Pete to marry a girl and then we could swap out every once in a while, like not all the time, but when we get bored. But then the idea of Pete's sweaty body on my
Yeah.
wife just made me want to vomit.
What if you move to Japan, just live there forever, where prostitution is not really frowned upon?
I don't like Chinese chicks.
No,
Not even in
Alright,
Japan.
All right.
Yeah, but I'm sure they import.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't know. There's something about. It's something about. I don't even mean like I'm not above having to pay for getting a little piece of ad, but there's something about that only lies in bachelor parties and Vegas. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to have.
I
to
understand what you're
I'd
saying.
rather just go
I
spend some time with X Hamster by myself.
I strongly disagree, but
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying.
But like I don't get any. I don't want to. Like I feel like if I just want to finish, I can go do that on my own, and
Yeah.
then 2 seconds later you feel fine.
But it's more exciting, you know.
But it's not more exciting with
Only
a
up.
hooker.
Well,
You know what I mean?
maybe for you.
It's
but,
not. Yeah, like the idea that I paid, and now she's gonna pretend she likes
yeah,
me. It
that's
bugs
perfect.
me.
And then at the end you go, all right, see you later.
I feel like in the European countries, it's more celebrated.
Dude,
It is.
It's
not
not
only,
as
You're-
taboo.
damn,
Bro.
the presidents have girlfriends.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like not that big of a deal.
it's awesome. Well, not I shouldn't say awesome. It just,
all right.
It is
Well,
literally awesome.
when you're raised in that environment and that like is a custom where sex isn't taboo,
Not a
and
big deal.
like it just those people just have a totally different mentality. It's wild to me. I was in an open relationship and it was the worst thing I've ever done in my entire life.
welcome.
Yeah, so
What is the amount of wives you have like on that show? My bunch of wives, whatever
My
that show's
Bunch of Wives.
called.
I think there's like 4.
Is it
6,
unlimited,
4 to
or-
6. No,
I would like to have.
there's
my-
got to be a cutoff because they.
I
Get
would like
paid
to have
for,
my wife. I would like to have JoJo. I would like to have Soph. And I would like to have my wife's friend Lisa so that we can go to concerts. Like each one has their own thing. Lisa and I are good concert buddies.
There was a guy that was on America's Got Talent, and he did like impressions and stuff, and he was okay. He wasn't anything great, whatever. But they were like, "Oh, I like him," blah blah blah, this and that. And who's here with you? Of course, who's here with you means there's somebody there with them that's going to be interesting or something.
Yeah.
And he
This
goes,
is my one-legged father.
no, he goes, my wife and our girlfriend is out there, and they're like, and Simon's like, what? What did you say? But they pan out to his wife,
What?
his wife and his girlfriend, both hot,
Yeah.
like both hot, and they're like, how did this come about? And he goes, well, my wife and I met her, and we both really liked her, and we decided to like bring her into our relationship, and so now, you know, we're all together and stuff. And I was like, oh, all right, well.
Listen,
He's doing an impression of a really cool guy right
Yeah.
now.
like I don't know ever if my wife would be like, "Oh, the girl was so I like her. She's very pretty." And I go, "I like her, and she's pretty too. Maybe we should make her a girlfriend."
Bring her into the fold.
So, friend Lisa for concerts, JoJo for what?
JoJo to hang out with. Like when my wife goes to bed at 8 o'clock, and we're like, "JoJo, you want to watch a movie?"
And to plan everything. You know,
Yeah.
she's so
Organized.
organized and
Right.
good at that. And, you know,
She brings the baby with you.
Yeah, I get the
too.
bed, and I get a daughter. Yeah.
also, if you're bored, you're like, JoJo, what should I do? And she'll be like, well, there's a list of
Yes.
things that's going on in Tampa. You know, and you're like, what? Oh, that's not-
She always carries a planner with her.
Never been in a bad mood.
Yeah.
in her life.
Ever.
Like never. You can't. You call JoJo, and she's never like, "What's up?" She's like, "Hey."
Yeah. So now Soph.
Soph also always in a good mood. Soph is there for the mostly the managerial portion of the home. You know, but also I throw Soph one every once in a while if she let me.
Soph is in there doing stuff, whatever, and then she's in the bathroom and she's like, come here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you sneak in.
Yeah. Soph
yeah.
has the sexy maternal instincts.
Yeah.
I don't mean that together. She's sexy and she has the maternal instincts. you
And
know?
then last but not least, your wife.
I also need to be babied. Between Soph and JoJo, I'd be very babied.
Yeah.
I'd
Yeah.
love that. Yeah. And then my
You'd be
wife.
so fat. You'd be eating so many lasagnas and cookies and everything.
Wow.
They just, and, you know, you don't want to
Yeah.
turn it down. You don't want to
I
hurt
don't
their
want to be near
feelings.
my wife's.
Hurt
Yeah.
feelings.
They're like
No, 'cause-
competing baking things. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
my cookies are better than hers.
No, because then Amanda and Lisa would be like, "All right, we're going to ride to our bikes to New Hampshire today." And I'm like, Lisa would go. I go, "Hey, what are you doing this weekend?" And she's like, "Oh, I'm riding my bike to Orlando." I go, "From where?" And she's like, "From St. Pete." I go, What is that?" She goes, "Oh, we're doing a bike ride." I go, "To Orlando?" And I go, "What do you do when you get there?" She goes, "We come back." I go, "Oh, okay."
And JoJo be like, I baked you a cake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
these brookies.
Yeah. I don't know if JoJo's baking a cake, but she's definitely having the best cake company in
Right,
Tampa deliver
yeah.
a cake. Yeah.
Or delivered from somewhere else in the country. You know, like, what?
Yeah.
How do you
Yeah.
know to get cake from Denver? Well, it has bacon in it. Oh, I don't know. All right.
I guess
so.
JoJo catches me trying to learn NSYNC dance steps from YouTube, and I'm like, I can't do this. She's like, let me call Joey Fatone.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
have him come over and do it for you. Yeah, I'm telling
She's
you
well
right now.
connected.
She's well connected. She's well liked, and she's always in a good mood. Those are the great things.
Perfect.
Yeah, and she's pretty. So if when wife time comes, I'm like, yeah, let's do this. Like, sometimes you have to sacrifice. You have to bring one in that does a good job, but you know, she's not high on the banging rink. You know.
But all subject to makeouts, Michael.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
You
They're
gotta make
all
sure that-
subjected to having to make out with me.
Wait,
Yeah.
I don't.
It's a hell of a roster you got.
Yeah, I mean,
I
look,
like it.
I think it's all, you know what I mean? Like if you said pick 5 people to get things done, I've picked my 5.
Man, it just seems like
Avengers
it's
Assemble.
gonna be, it's a lot of work, man.
Oh, Avenger Wives. That's what I have.
No.
It's not Sister Wives, it's Avenger Wives.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Gio, this is great.
Too much work.
And then I could be like Thanos when they piss me off, I just snap my fingers and bring me a new 5.
Disappear.
Oh, this is wonderful. Yeah.
We need to make that movie.
Yeah.
My wife has been pretty fantastic lately. Like most of the time, after a while, she bugs me. She hasn't bugged me in a little while, so she's doing good.
Coming.
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know.
She's saving it all up.
Oh man.
She's been pretty good with like I don't know. She's been pretty perceptive on things. Like when she's like, oh, I can tell you're in a bad mood. I'll wait.
That's pretty awesome.
I know you normally don't get that. You get why do you get to be in a bad mood? And I don't get to be in a bad mood. Oh Jesus, who's this person? Yeah, I'll tell you, if my mother-in-law is any indication about how my wife will be for the rest of my life, I'm in pretty good shape.
Yeah.
Because she's pretty much like she's independent. She does her own stuff and all this stuff, but she's also very calm and very sweet and drinks tea. That's
What
all I care about.
if your wife, her voice eventually morphs into your
My-
mother-in-law's voice?
That'd be great. I've never been yelled at in that high pitch before. So.
You wouldn't hear it. It's too high.
My mother-in-law talks like an old queen. And I don't mean an old gay guy. I mean an old queen from England. Hello. It is so nice to see you. I'll be planting flowers in your yard. It's like the sweetest old, you know?
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. So, whatever. Avenger Wives.
Yeah.
Avenger Wives,
I'd
yeah.
much rather watch that, and they all wear costumes.
They all wear latex.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, might as well for photo shoots and stuff.
I feel like to get that done, though, you're going to have to buy more expensive jewels than Thanos wore.
Yeah.
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 I'm gonna go make a glove.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go make a glove and glue fake rubies on it.
Whoever has the glove gets to sleep in the bed.
Not so fast. Not so fast, JoJo. You're going on the Geo porch. All right. Geo, I like it. Avenger Wives.
Yeah.
Avenger
I'm gonna take
Wives.
it, yeah.
All right.
All right. It is Wednesday. Galvin has a brand new open letter. We'll do that in the 8 o'clock hour. Listen to this, people. Morgan Wallen is coming back to Raymond James Stadium, and he is bringing some friends with him, including Jelly Roll, who I like now since I put it on to make fun of it one day, and I was like, oh, I actually like this guy. He's bringing some other friends, too. We'll tell you who that is, and we have tickets to win them before you can buy them. How do you like that, huh? We played Redneck Bingo, though, already, didn't we, this week?
We did.
Oh, we'll come up with something. We'll give those away probably right after the open letter this morning. We do have the bone bonus as well today, and a bunch of other stuff to give away that Carmen's going to tell us what that is when we come back.
And don't forget Dom today.
And don't forget Dom today, which I did. Dom is coming on because he was nice enough to reschedule yesterday because we were kind of busy. So we got Acid Dom coming up as well. We'll take a quick break. Sporkle's next. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone.
You're listening.
It is 6:45 on the Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone. 727-579-1025 or 800-771-1025. We got debates tonight, right? I'm
Yeah.
excited. And I think tonight also is the Best of the Bay Awards, where we're not finalists. I don't know. Look, Calvin, I understand what you're saying. There's a possible chance that it's an operator error. It's not my end. But I went through all my emails and all this stuff, and I don't have anything for them. I don't
Did you
have
go through your
anything.
junk folder?
Yes. I've got.
But how did you do it? Did you scroll through it, or did you put in like creative loafing in the search
I
bar?
did all. I went through and scrolled through, and then I searched BYOTB, and then I searched creative loafing, and I got nothing. I've got nothing. Now, the only thing I can think of is if they're using an old Cox email or something, Or
Yeah.
we just didn't get it. We were not a finalist.
Mm.
I find it hard to believe we won every year for like 10 years.
Right, and then
And
we're
all of a
not
sudden,
even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
Lose
even in the
Dizzy.
mix.
Yeah.
Snubbed.
Seems weird.
Not cool.
Dizzy, I saw posted something about it being sold out,
Yeah.
but he's a finalist.
So he gets to go.
But he has to, he gets to buy tickets.
Yeah, he would have to buy tickets, but I don't think he bought tickets and it's sold out. So
I think
don't
just the
know.
VIP is sold out.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
man.
I saw Dizzy got a nomination. McGibble's got a nomination.
McGibble's is good.
Yeah.
What did he
McGibble's-
get nominated
today's,
for?
Today's McGibble's birthday.
Dizzy or McGibble's?
McGibble's.
I think just best photographer or
Yeah.
something.
Because he does unbelievable videos.
Yeah,
does
yeah.
good
It might
video.
have been something photography. I'm sure it's a videography.
Dude, he was out at the tailgate, and I said, "You just got married, didn't you?" And he said, "Yeah." I go, "Congratulations, that's awesome." And he said where they
Another
went.
wedding I wasn't invited to.
Oh,
Well,
no,
you,
okay.
you weren't going where he was
Yeah.
because they were out of the country.
No, no.
Hey, I don't want to put all his business out there, but anyways, he showed me some of the pictures, and it was unbelievable. I go, "Now, did you do those? Did you
Yeah.
set it up and something?" He goes, "No, we had photographers." He goes, "But I've done enough weddings to know where some good." It was, I go, "You got to make like prints out of
Yeah.
those and
Yeah.
frame them."
He's
I mean,
very good.
It was unbelievable.
I think he was selling pictures that he took one time that I wanted to buy one of the Tampa Theater that he took that I thought was really cool.
Yeah.
Today's his birthday, and
Happy birthday.
he is coming over next week over here to work on these lights, Joe.
Nice.
I think that's a great idea, Michael.
I know you do.
And the camera angles.
No,
Maybe.
I don't know what.
We'll talk about it.
It's good to have a solid video guy. You know what I mean? Just
Oh, Joe, I didn't mean to start all this. I was
No,
with that.
no. Hey, listen, it's all
You're my
right.
guy, Joe. Number one.
that's the Bay.
Yeah, that's right. Keep the trophy.
You're the best in the Bay. You're an
He's not-
innovator.
He's not
Yep.
even the best in the garage.
Enjoy it.
All right, Carmen, what do we have to give away today?
Okay, so we have tickets for Busch Gardens, Shinedown, the 1975.
Ooh, if you had to go see the 1975 or Shinedown, who would you go see?
Shine down.
Yeah, not you guys. I
Oh.
know you guys. Carmen. I'm asking Carmen.
Oh, do I have to?
No, I mean that's the thing. You had to where they were going to put eyebrows on Chad.
Okay. Oh, I guess I'd go the 1975.
Really?
I have no idea who.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea.
All right. We have a bunch of other stuff, right?
Yeah. Yes, correct.
Lightning played last night in the first preseason game. They lost, but I wouldn't count any of that nonsense.
A lot of new names.
Yeah.
I'm
dude.
like, where'd everybody go?
I know. Well, let's hope keeping those core guys is the real key, you know. All right, let's give some stuff away right now. A little bit of Sporcle. Here we go. Carmen is the keeper of Sporcle. Pat is your judge and scorekeeper. Sporcle is brought to you by our friends at Lifeguard Imaging. Cancer and heart attacks are silent killers, but you can go give yourself the peace of mind that you deserve for you and your family at lifeguardimaging.com. Carmen, what are we playing today?
Okay, today we're going to play Can You Name the Artist when given the opening track and the closing track to one of their albums? Okay, so I'm going to give you two songs. You're going to give me the artist. Okay?
Yowza. All right.
All right, your first one. Welcome to the Jungle.
Gooses.
Mike.
I knew that was going to be the first one, too.
I said, gooses.
Yeah, me too.
Thunder Road.
Bruce Springsteen.
Jungle Land. Mike. Around the World.
Red Hot Chili
Road
Peppers.
Trippin'. Spanish. Speak to Me. Eclipse. Speak to Me is the opening track. Eclipse
Run
is
the Jewels?
closing track.
Madonna.
Guns N' Roses.
I already did
Train.
that one. Nope, I was looking for Pink Floyd.
Oh,
The
Speak
Dark
to Me.
Side
Yeah.
of the Moon.
Train.
Your next one, Seven Nation Army.
White Stripes.
Galvin. Neighborhood number 1 in the backseat.
Snoop Dogg.
Kanye West.
Genuine.
The 1975.
No.
Genuine has one song, My Pony. That's it.
Arcade Fire
Oh,
is who I was looking
Too
for.
many of them.
Play the game. Save Me.
Queen.
Mike. Like a Rolling Stone.
Bob Dylan.
Mike. The King of Carrot Flowers. Two-Headed Boy.
Todd Rundgren.
Alanis Morissette.
Frank Zappa.
Train.
Neutral Milk Hotel?
I mean,
Yeah.
come on.
I love
Yeah,
them.
yeah,
Come on.
sure.
Love them.
It's
Get out of here.
That's who they are.
Their second album was better.
They're
Carmen.
opening for
Wow.
1975.
If you don't have enough bands to do this, don't make
Yeah, I'll
stuff
make it.
I'm not. I swear.
up. You
Integrity,
just tell
Carmen.
us you
Yeah.
didn't have one right.
This is all Sporcle, I swear to God. Where the streets have no
You too.
name, Galvin and Pap Pap, we are halfway there.
Gio is not on the board. He has a total of 0. Spanish has 1. Galvin has 2. And Michael is your leader. He is winning with 4.
All right, here we go. You guys are naming the artist and given the opening and closing tracks. Your next one, So What? Flamenco
Glenn
Sketches.
Stefani. Oh, I know it now.
So What?
Pink.
Yep.
Flamenco Sketches.
That's what I would have thought.
Right?
So what? Who is so what?
Looking for Miles Davis.
Close. Pink.
Yes, you guys right on the money. Give me Shelter. You
Rolling
can't,
Stones.
Mike. The Boomin' System. The Power of God.
Nicki Minaj.
Kanye West.
The Boomin' System. The Power of God.
Ooh, can I guess again?
No.
LCD sound system.
You were close. LLJ Cool J. As Biden would say.
You didn't say it right though. LLJ Cool J. You forgot the.
He's got big muscles.
Who does? Oh,
That boy.
I'm
Yikes.
out.
That's a direct
man,
quote. Yeah.
man.
All right, your next one. Smells Like Teen
Nirvana.
Spirit. Mike. Airbag. The Tourist.
Coldplay.
Airbag. The
Death Cab for
Tourist.
Cutie.
Morgan Wallen.
I'm out.
Radiohead. That's who I was looking for. Wouldn't it be nice?
Beach Boys.
Beach Boys.
Geo. Taxman.
Beatles.
Tomorrow. Mike. Let It Rock. Wild in the
Bon
Streets.
Jovi.
Mike. Wanna Be Starting Something.
Michael Jackson.
Spanish. Bittersweet Symphony.
The Verb.
Come on. Spanish.
Wow.
I heard Spanish.
Pap
I heard
Spanish gets a point.
Okay, thank you. And also, Pap Pap, we're on the last 3.
Gio is on the board. He has a single solitary point. Galvin doubling that score with 2. Spanish ahead of him by 1 with 3. And Michael, way out front. He is your leader with 8.
Oh.
All right, you guys are naming the artist from 2 of their songs. Your next one, Go Indifference.
Pearl Jam.
Yeah,
Mike.
you're right.
Hello, Champagne Supernova.
Oasis.
Geo. And your last one, Square One, Till Kingdom Come.
Coldplay.
Spanish.
Gross.
Loser.
Love Coldplay. X and Y albums.
Hey,
great.
they'll sell at a stadium.
Yeah.
Never.
Your final score, Gio on the board with 2. Galvin also with 2. Spanish doubling that score with 4. And Michael is your victorious champion. He won with 9.
9. Oh, my God. Is that 4 in a row?
That is
Close.
one
Oh,
in a row.
3 lost.
Who won yesterday?
I did.
Galvin did.
Congratulations. I will play for line number 5, Carmen.
Got it.
All right. Thank you.
You matched my streak. That's good.
Trying, you know. We also have a pair of Morgan Wallen tickets that we're going to give away a little bit later on. That concert has been announced at Raymond James Stadium with Jelly Roll and some other acts. We will give that to you before the show is over today. We got the bonus happening. First shot coming up in a little bit over an hour as we roll into news with Galvin. What do we have coming up in news, Galvin?
Real quick before news. So Morgan Wallen, we all agree, is a huge superstar, right?
Huge superstar.
Huge superstar.
Yeah.
Name one song.
I know Last Night, the Liquor Talk. That's
Yeah.
the one.
Last night.
Is that what it's called? Last Night. That's the
Yeah.
one I know.
All
yeah.
right. Anybody else?
That one.
That's the only one I know that I hear
That one,
everywhere.
and I've tried to use them for bumper music and stuff, but it's all too slow. Not that it's bad. I'm just saying
And
it's
in
all
the
slow.
middle of it, he just yells the other one.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Even
That's
my
how it
kids
works.
sing that song, which I hate.
My
Why?
daughter likes it.
The Liquor Talk song.
Well, whatever she likes more than
Yeah.
Wallen now. So
That's the one. The only
it
one I
must
hear.
be in a TikTok thing because she doesn't listen to the radio.
And Morgan Wallen got his start. This is the voice.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I forgot
really?
about
He was
that.
on The Voice, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Because we
did he
always
win?
Yeah, well, I don't know whether he won, but we always talk about how nobody ever comes from The Voice. You
Yeah.
know, American Idol people.
Well,
But
name the last 5 American Idol people.
Oh,
Any of
yeah,
them. I know
yeah.
that's. I mean, like, is that even cool anymore?
no.
Not, like, what do you win? Do you win anything? Like, out of American Idol, I can't think of anybody in the last 5 years whose name I've even seen somewhere and saw. Oh,
Don't
that's
they
from
get a
American Idol.
Don't they get a spot in Vegas? Or is that the
That's America's Got Talent.
talent? Okay.
Yeah, but old American Idol, you knew
Yeah.
all the winners, whatever. Obviously, Kelly Clarkson and Carrie Underwood became like the biggest, but you knew Daughtry, who didn't even
Yeah.
win. You knew Ruben Studdard. You knew the
Fantasia,
gay kid. What's his name?
Clay Aiken.
Clay Aiken. You know, like all those. But then it kind of just
Yeah.
went away.
They,
If you're a kid and you're gay and your name rhymes with gay, that's such a hard life.
that's tough.
yeah.
Yeah. That's a tough beat.
Like if you're fat and your name's Pat, oh my god.
They would get the winner gets $250,000 cash prize and a record deal
For
Right.
American Idol.
But I even think that 250 is spread out.
yeah, probably.
over
So,
the next 100 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first couple seasons, it was a big deal that you
Yeah.
won
Oh
American
sure,
Idol.
we
yeah.
watched the hell out of that
yeah,
show.
and now it's like,
And
I
Morgan
don't-
Wallen did not win The Voice.
But he was on it.
He was, but he
Yeah.
did not
better.
win.
It's even better.
Yeah, because you're not locked into their stupid
Yeah.
contract or anything. Yeah.
He
I
looks
think you are,
adorable.
Galvin. I
Huh?
think you are. I think if you were
Oh,
on it,
regardless,
you're
if you-
not
yeah.
necessarily the same contract, but you're still
No kidding.
you're still tethered to them, even if you didn't win
Yeah.
for a certain amount of time.
a lot of those idols, they would eventually like tried to sue Simon Cowell's
Damn.
company because they were locked. I think Kelly Clarkson was one of the main
she
ones
was nuts over it.
because you
yeah.
were so locked into Simon Cowell and his company.
Yeah.
But I don't
look-
think it was the other Simon. Because there was a different Simon
but they
that
were
created
both,
it.
No, like,
Was he
Simon
involved
Cowell
in
was
it
one of the
too?
greatest. It was
Okay.
Simon and Simon, with
Yeah,
two guys.
yeah.
Because that Simon was a judge on the dancing show when they did that show.
Yeah,
Right.
so you
Yeah.
think you can dance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy, but those guys, they saw a show that worked in England, and they're like, we can make this work in the U.S.
Which, by the way, if you watch like American Idol from the first 10 years of
the
it,
best.
no, Simon is unrecognizable.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
He
no.
has had so much stuff done to his face.
Yeah.
It is
Think about it.
crazy.
When people say to me, they're like, whether they're joking or being serious about my butthole eyes, you can get that fixed, you can get that done. Can you imagine if I came in here the next day and didn't have butthole eyes anymore, but my whole face was like puffy up
Right,
here, and
yeah.
I'd be like, look, my eyes are gone. Oh, it's just ridiculous. Live what it is. It's nothing I could do. It's just how it is. You know
And
what I mean?
it's certainly not, oh my God, look how good Simon Cowell looks.
Right.
It's like, oh,
Yeah.
he's a monster. Like, what is going on?
Like Sharon Osbourne.
Oh.
Looks like she's from another
she looks
planet.
crazy now.
I mean,
Yeah.
is she trying to be a witch?
Yes.
The only person, not the only person, but one of the-
Dinosaur witch, I should say.
Yeah.
Kim Kardashian is a great example
Yes.
of plastic surgery that
You
worked.
did it.
Her and her giant sister.
But they're young still. Like it's old. It's hard to pull it together.
Well, look at Cher. Cher looks pretty good.
But I
Cher's
think
like 80.
Yeah, but Cher's pretty tight.
she was very
And
tight.
she didn't start getting work done until later on.
Oh.
That's no, I'm just saying that's a big thing with Botox and stuff. The younger you start,
Yeah.
the more
Yeah,
and
and
more
all-
you have to do it.
And also, Cher also had a pretty good palate already. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Right.
Like, she was already an 8 out of a 10.
Yeah.
You know, so.
And a lot of these doctors, they'll tell you if they get them young, it's way better for plastic surgery because you grow into
Yeah, you
it
grow
more.
into
So,
it,
so
yeah.
it's perfect. So the Kardashians all got surgery when they're 15, 16 years old.
They fixed
It's
that.
unbelievable.
They fixed that C+ to an A. Oh,
oh, the ugly fat one. Yeah.
all of them.
Oh my
all
God!
Of them. All of them were like
We're not-
C+ or C minus to B minus, and they all put it up to A pluses.
There was,
unbelievable.
yeah, there was the one ugly one. Now she looks gorgeous.
Chloe
Right.
looks like
Yeah.
Denise Richards.
There was the
Yeah.
one that used to be a decathlete.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
She complained about her weight and her face, and now she has neither
Oh,
of those.
she
Yeah.
was 100% a monster.
Yeah.
And they
She
totally
was OJ's
shaved her
daughter.
down.
Yeah.
Shave her down.
People thought she was Bigfoot.
Yeah. They had delouse her.
Big
She
fat
really
head.
was a giant.
Yeah.
Do you know how long it's been since she tore down power lines?
Listen to me. I'm gonna tell you right now. You know how when I asked Dane Cook what happened to your face, and I could see
Yeah.
you go like
Yeah.
you cringe.
Oh.
I had no problem with that, but I definitely definitely one of my favorite questions I ever asked is when we asked Lamar Odom when I said, "Are you mad now that she did all that work and now she's super hot?" And he was like, "Well, she was hot before." And we were like, "No, she wasn't."
She denies it all too. Doesn't
Yeah.
she? She denies she had
They
any
all
surgery.
do.
Yeah, it's
get out.
wild. Man.
You're right. My eyes changed.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's just a filter.
Yeah.
When my wife, when somebody would be like, "Oh my God, what do you do for your skin?" and she's like, "Nothing," and like, "How do you not have any wrinkles?" And she's like, "Oh, that's Botox." You know what I mean? Like she will tell you anything that she had done. There's no way you're going to see her, and 3 days later, her lips will be a little bit plump, and you'll be like, "What did you do?" And she'll be like, "Nothing." Holland, honey, and so stupid. Like everybody knows.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like nobody's buying it.
And everybody does it now. It's such a prevalent thing, So I don't know why anybody would want to hide it.
Do you know how old my wife is?
I have no idea.
Take a guess.
Your wife,
I'm out.
I know, is younger than you. I would say she is, because I thought she was still in her 30s, but I think she just turned 40.
No. She's going to be 46.
46, yeah.
I gotta
Yeah,
get
because
her.
you had that big 40th birthday party for her.
Yeah.
That was
yeah.
6 years ago.
Yeah, that
I
seems
know,
crazy.
it's time to turn her in, man.
Oh.
Trade that old model in.
Hell
For
yeah.
Take her to Stingray and
I
see
like
what the
that.
new model looks like.
Time to
Stingray.
snap the fingers.
You're gonna
Yeah.
leave her at Stingray?
Pete texted me the other day. He got one of those electric Hummer trucks.
Uh-huh.
Because he sent me a picture. Hummer's got this camper that they're coming out with. It's a truck with a pop-up roof and it's a camper. And I go, "Hey, I like that, but I wouldn't want it, And he goes, "Yeah." He goes, "I just got a new one the other day." I go, "What? You got another Hummer? You got another one? And I don't have one, And he goes, "It's a truck. You don't want the truck." And I go, "I'm starting to think maybe I do want the truck." And then I go, "How much is it? How much is it? Don't look it up. How much is a new
Fully
Hummer
electric?
Truck? Yeah, fully electric new Hummer 2023 truck.
120.
Yeah, that's a pretty good guess. I'm going to go a little bit lower. I'm going to go 108.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go 125.
It's way more.
I'm
I can
going
already tell.
97.
No, it's 130.
Oh, is it? Okay.
And I looked at Pete and I go, "I could buy a small house in Newport Richie for
Yeah.
130 and rent it out." And
Yeah.
I was like, "There's no way in the world I would do that."
Yeah,
And
but
then-
you wouldn't look cool driving a small house in Newport Richie.
Better paint job on that thing.
And I'm out.
Yeah.
Let's take a break. We got your news next. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone.
You're listening to
7:13 on the Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone. Tonight, the little boys are out.
Woo!
There's a brand new club in downtown St. Petersburg called Goodnight John Boy. It is a 70s themed club, and they really did a good job. They have one of those little light up dance floors and all that stuff. And tonight, Spanish and Pap Pap will be out there hosting the Gong Show tonight.
Right.
Right.
It's Gong Show. Is it karaoke?
Yeah, so you
Oh,
can
man.
come, register, get there around 7:30, register, and the winner of that night gets $500 that night.
Oh.
Yeah, and then the winner gets registered for the grand prize of $1,000 happening December 13th.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't think of anybody better to host this than the two of you
I know.
dummies.
Oh, yeah.
We got outfits. We got.
Oh.
You got-
Oh.
That's the thing. If you send me out there, I'm going to sit there with a mush on my face for 2 hours going, "Good job." I don't
yeah.
want. I don't want to be out at night. I'm
Yeah.
old. I'm tired. You two,
Oh, yeah.
you're going to go take naps.
Yep.
You're probably going to smoke pot.
Maybe.
Then you're going to go out to Goodnight John Boy, and you're going to go out there and watch people sing.
Yep.
You're going to sing with them. You'll be
Oh, yeah.
hugging everybody
Yeah.
and telling me you love them.
Activities.
That's right.
Yep.
Any
Bud Lights
Cougars
for
out there?
everybody.
Bud Lights for
Yeah.
everybody. So yeah, and Cougars if you're out there. I'm looking for Sugar Mama. So what's up?
Yeah, but
Wow.
bring
Okay.
moisturizer for his hair.
Yeah. Just my scalp, but thank
Oh,
you.
Sorry.
And his face.
Yeah, my face. Yeah.
That's literally cheating.
Literally cheating.
That's tonight in St. Now, is that the former Ringside Cafe
Yes.
next to Janice?
Yes.
Oh, that's a good spot, man.
Yeah.
That's a good
It's a
spot.
good spot.
It's very close to the house, too, Michael.
Yeah.
I've seen pictures of the inside. It looks phenomenal. I will be out there. It's hard for me to go during the week, but I want to go
Yeah.
out and see. I want to go out there and hang out and
Well,
watch you guys make fools of yourselves.
If you ever want to stay at the island, you're
Oh,
welcome to stay at the
alright.
island.
Oh.
You could say hello to Jenkins while you're there.
That's right.
How's Jenkins doing?
Awesome.
Great.
Yeah.
He
Where'd
loves
you
it.
guys come up with Jenkins? I mean, the dog was named Jackson. It was
Jackson.
so close, you couldn't just keep that.
I've always loved the name Leroy Jenkins.
You have.
Joe
Yeah.
was drunk and he tried to say Jackson and it came out Jenkins.
Yeah.
It's
No, what-
Jenkins, get away from his door.
You can't change the dog's name.
Yes,
and
you
then
can
call
change
it
the
Mustang.
dog's name.
Adult
Yeah, yeah.
dog.
No,
Yeah.
that's
We
horrible.
didn't change it much.
I wanna
That's
change your
so
name.
that the dog can
Do you
still
know how many-
recognize its name.
You know how many names my dog has?
Yes, my dog has several names as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Right now, his name is Sweet Baby Boy every time I see him. So
My wife calls Hazel little fat baby.
yeah.
I don't know whether there's they're always boo 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 boo. Yeah, they never have their real
He's
names.
starting to come out of his shell a little bit. He's not so scared of everyone. And
Yeah.
when you go to pick him up now, he kind of like wags his tail and is excited for it.
Starting
Instead
to get
of,
along with the cat.
Yeah.
Decompress.
You know.
Yeah,
What if
yeah.
he found out
Area.
because my mother was beating him this whole
Oh,
time?
my God.
And now he's like, oh, they don't
I
beat
don't
me
think
like that one.
I don't think that's true, Michael,
No,
because he
no.
loves the girls.
yeah, he
Like-
doesn't like
yeah.
men.
Yeah.
No, well, he was. I mean, he's missing an eye.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm
He was
saying.
probably when my mother got him was
Yeah.
probably abused.
Is it not true the dog got caught chewing on a vape pen and had to be taken away?
That is not true.
Oh.
That is not true.
Are you
That's
sure?
erroneous.
Are you sure?
Yep.
You don't want to give the fulls?
That's the word on the street.
No.
Become such a dog guy that when the dog is in my room, I'm picking stuff up off the floor that I'm like, it might be able to eat that. I don't even want that on the floor.
All right, I'm glad. I'm glad that you guys like the dog. This was wonderful.
Yeah.
He loves being outside. Michael likes the backyard. I'm cleaning it up back there for him. We spend a lot of time out there.
All right, good, good,
Nice.
good. This is
What's he
great.
think of the pergola?
Yeah.
Oh,
he loves it.
Mm-hmm.
He tries to go to the bathroom under it. We have to encourage him to go in the grass.
Yeah,
so.
don't go with Joe goes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
Is
what I.
that-
That's why I'm trying to train him.
Is that dirty mattress still in the backyard?
No, no.
No,
we
that's-
can't.
that's
Steve
long
Miller's
gone.
mattress.
That's gone now? All right. That's good.
Thankfully, it's gone. Yeah.
How's
Why
Miller
you
doing? Anybody talk to Miller?
No, I'm afraid.
Why?
You never know. No, I'm just kidding. I haven't talked to him.
Oh, man, you got me nervous.
No.
I didn't think it was that bad.
No, I don't think so. But last time we talked to him, he said everything was good. It'll be good for like
Yeah.
another 6 months, and then,
Then what?
well, I think he has to have.
Oh, but the
chemo.
way you said it was like
Yeah.
6
Well,
months ago.
Yeah, well, that's I just always feel bad for people in that situation because I feel like the anxiety leading up to anything has got to be way worse than what you're dealing with on day to day. So,
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, it's just so weird that, so many jerk-offs in your life that nothing ever happens to.
Yeah.
Then you pick out a couple of guys that are really good guys that you like, and you find out they get cancer or they did this or they're miserable for this, and you're like,
Crazy.
yeah, it's
Not
so
fair.
weird.
Yeah.
So weird. All right, it is 7:17. We've gotten a little long-winded. Let's check in with Galvin. He has today's news.
And now, news with Galvin on the Mike Calta Show.
Want to remind everybody, Astrodom is on today because we was nice enough to reschedule with us because we were busy yesterday. But we will have that coming up after news. What do we have in news today, Galvin?
Today's news is brought to you by Pelt Shoes. We were busy yesterday because Bert was in here, and I was talking to him about shoes because he's got a little feetsy problems. And I
Yeah.
said, listen, man, you get over to Pelts if you can, but he was busting out of town and stuff. But if you have any foot problems, you should stop into Pelts because they have the 3D foot scanner in there. It's new technology, and it's going to tell you how to get the perfect fitting shoe. They're going to take a scan of your foot. They'll email you all the results, and then they'll have it on file as well there at Pelts. And then the Pelts shoe experts will help you make sure you're getting the perfect fitting shoe. That way you're not walking around with foot pain or knee pain, back pain. All could be caused by wearing the wrong fitting shoes. Of course, they have all the different styles and brands you're looking for, and you can save money whenever you stop into one of Pelt's 6 locations throughout Pinellas, Sarasota, and Fort Myers. Just whisper my name, Galvin. You're going to get 10% off your first purchase. Pelt shoes, get them at Pelt's. So a New York judge has found Donald Trump and his adult sons liable for fraud and canceled the Trump's organization's business certification, saying the Trumps provided false financial statements for roughly a decade. The judge's ruling came down days before the civil case involving the New York Attorney General's office and the former president was set to go to trial.
So do we have any idea what he is actually worth?
What Donald Trump is actually worth?
Yeah,
No, I don't.
because he said billions.
Yeah.
Right.
And people were like, I think he's lying. And I went, how could they be? And then everybody's like, oh, yeah, maybe he is lying. But now we don't know. We have no idea.
Well, he never releases tax
Right.
returns.
Right.
He always
well,
said
he's
he was under
working on
audit.
it, Gio. So
But
he
hard
never
to
released his
dig up.
tax return. He managed to skate by for 5-6 years on that until now. And now they find out. So he's not worth as much as the company. The company is not worth as much as they said that it was worth.
Right.
Right, because you've heard different amounts before. It was, like $2 billion or it was $9 billion, which is huge amount difference, obviously. But then, whether he's worth a few $100 million or who knows.
Yeah.
But it's also, how much property he has and this and is it liquid and da-da-da. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
And also, what's interesting is a lot of this stuff isn't in his name. So he doesn't, it's one of his LLCs. So it's not technically him that has that wealth.
Yeah, but if you're tied to it, trust me, I have LLCs and I'm tied to those tax numbers. So.
I agree, but he's part of that group that knows all these loopholes and stuff, which
Oh, of
was,
course.
I don't know. What he
Yeah,
knows.
so you want to appear like you're worth a lot less until it's time to say, "Oh, wait a second, I'm worth this much money." I don't know, and I don't think anybody's really surprised he's an overinflator.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think anybody's surprised by
really?
that at all.
6'3", 215?
Yeah, underinflator.
Yeah.
Maybe. So I don't think anybody's surprised by that at all, and what this means now for his case, I don't know.
I don't know if you guys have heard about this, but a little bit of a follow-up. So tragedy struck earlier this month when former Tampa Bay Buccaneers wide receiver Mike Williams passed away following a construction accident in August. Well, Williams was taken off life support following a week in the hospital and breathed for multiple days on his own before succumbing to his injuries. Unfortunately, there may be more to the story to tell, and not in a good way.
I saw this yesterday. I'm like, the plot thickens.
According to a report from the Tampa Bay Times, the Tampa police are in the process of conducting an investigation into circumstances surrounding Williams' death. Multiple people informed the publication that they were concerned that visitors brought Williams unprescribed drugs, namely Percocet, while he was in the hospital. The list of people fearing this to be the case include his grandmother, his mother of his daughter, as well as 3 close friends. The Tampa Police Department informed the Times via email that, quote, the nature of the crime is under review.
Oh man, that's crazy. Can
Yeah.
you be the guy thinking that you're helping him by bringing him the perks, and now you may end up going to jail for it? You know what I mean?
God, dude.
That's
Well, I
insane.
mean,
Devastating.
I mean, it could be murder.
Sure, yeah. Or at least manslaughter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, he's in the hospital. Let the doctors do their stuff.
Or at least tell them, you got to give them a heads up. You know what I mean? Something.
If they're not giving you something, it's probably for a specific reason.
Jenkins, you said, is doing well.
Oh.
You know who's not doing well?
Who?
Commander. President Joe Biden's younger dog, Commander, bit another U.S. Secret Service
another
agent
one?
What's going on?
at the White House. The 11th known biting incident involving the 2-year-old German Shepherd. Commander has been involved in at least 11 biting incidents at the White House and in Delaware, according to a report from CNN. Yeah, so White House officials said in July that the Bidens were working through new training and leashing protocols for the family pet following the incidents.
No.
But listen, that's a dog that hasn't been trained properly and shouldn't be around people if it's biting. If it's 11 times, after twice, you're like, all right, well, let's keep it out of,
away from everybody.
Or is he like bite? No.
I don't know. But
There's this great conspiracy theory that's going around that he's the Antichrist and the dog's like in Rosemary's Baby. I think like the dog might be. Yeah, I enjoy that one.
so there's a lot of videos that you see and you just go, what is going on in the world? Have you seen the Jack in the Box from Houston?
No.
So I have video for you, and we'll kind of run it down. So what happens is a person comes, and there's missing curly fries in their order. And they're like, hey, we're missing curly fries. It's a guy, his wife, and his kids are in the car.
Okay, yeah.
What does the Jack in the Box employee do?
I do know this now. Yeah.
So look at the video here. I guess they get into a little, there's no audio. They get into a little back and forth. She throws some condiments. He throws his drink back at it. And she goes, okay, I threw condiments. You threw a drink. So you know what comes next? My gun. She pulls her gun out of her waistband and goes and shoots at the car. Not up in the air. At the car she shoots
She's
at.
going to jail. That's crazy.
So she no longer works for Jack in the Box, but she's saying that it's not her fault and she's not a mean person and stuff.
She shot in the car.
And that's what the driver's lawyer said. He goes, she didn't shoot a warning shot, which would be bad enough, shooting in the air and stuff. She is shooting at the car.
Unreal.
Yeah, with him, his
People are
wife, and
insane.
kids in there.
Yeah,
all
that's-
over curly fries.
Dude.
That's nuts.
People need to reconnect with reality. It feels like these are people's lives.
I
Man.
feel like people are really so out of touch with reality that they have no idea. And I don't want to blame video games. I'm saying I feel like people think they're in a video game where people are just going to respawn.
Did she think because they threw fries first that it was okay for her to shoot back?
Did they throw fries
Well,
first? I
I'm
don't
saying
even think
like
they did.
I'm trying to justify what went
Yeah.
through her head. Like she walked away, got the gun, came back, opened the window, and fired. what did she think is the best that would come out? Like, did she shoot and kill the guy? Or would she be like, well, got him?
Right. Also, who has a gun in their waistband while they're working at Jack in the Box?
Everybody.
I know.
Yeah.
I would.
Apparently.
For this reason, I am not confronting anybody on
Yeah.
anything.
No.
Crazy.
Not
It's
worth it.
insane. I saw a video yesterday. It happened in Wesley Chapel. Some guy jumps out at a stoplight and he's like screaming to this person for cutting him off. And the thing, like, dude, you're gonna get shot in the face.
Yeah.
How do you not know? Like, I'm not confronting anybody for anything because I don't want them to end my life.
It's also in traffic. Like, you have to understand that sometimes when people cut you off in traffic, they didn't mean to cut you off.
Right.
They were trying to get into the left-hand lane. You were going a little faster than they thought. They didn't know. They got nervous and they went. I learned this lesson when I would never yell at old people when they did something stupid because, I mean, old people are really bad drivers, but I would never yell at them because I always thought if that was my grandmother and you were yelling at her, I'm going to kill you. So that's somebody's grandmother. So I didn't want to be mean. But then when I started taking that into consideration, that they were just old people and they weren't that good, then I started taking that into consideration that it was other people in the situation, like this woman who cut me off. Now, don't get me wrong. Sometimes there's the guy who guns it and looks at you as he's going in front of you. That guy's a douchebag. But for the most part, you just let it go.
Yeah.
Let him go. It's nothing. Even if you pull up and yell at him, "Oh, you cut me off." Who cares?
People are like bold a-holes. The other day, I'm driving with my son, and he's only been driving for like coming up on like a year now. So we're driving down 41. There's a construction area. I go, hey, man, just so you know, be careful of these construction areas because you get a ticket here, it's going to be triple.
Right,
so
yeah.
he slows down, and then there's some guy's like riding his ass, and he's like, what? I'm like, who cares, man?
Yeah, ignore him.
And then he does the thing where he just drives around us, and he looks at me and flicks us the bird. I'm like,
Yeah.
And then you go like this, and you Jedi mind trick him and hope that a couple miles down the road, when his foot is out the window,
You know
he
what
dude. I'm like,
crashes
what
into
a
a building.
scumbag.
You know, this guy's probably an idiot and it probably wouldn't matter, but I'll bring in tomorrow. I have the magnets that say student driver
Yeah.
doing the thing,
Oh,
whatever.
yeah.
I got those because you deal with those people and you hope at least that would help, but it probably won't even
Anyway,
help.
he wasn't even driving that slow, and I just told him, hey, man, whatever you do, don't
Yeah.
speed in the construction zones because they'll get you a triple fine.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm sure that guy that went past you was going to surgery to save someone's
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he had to get to the speedway to get
Yeah.
his Slurpee or whatever, you know.
I'm like, it's a kid, you a-hole.
It is Google's 25th birthday. Backrub turns 25. Remember Backrub?
Yeah.
It was supposed to be called Backrub. It's Google. The company is pulling out all the stops. First incorporated in 1998, Google turns a quarter of a century today, and some of its products, including Search, Hum to Search, and Translate, will have special Easter eggs in there marking its birthday. To find them, you simply search, hum, or translate "Happy Birthday" on Google products today, and you'll get a little confetti raining down on it and stuff. So
Ooh.
you can go check it out. And they have the little 25, you know, how they have Google and they write it differently whenever they have different stuff.
Yeah.
So it's G25GLES.
I saw it this morning. I went, oh.
Yeah. 25. Seems longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how integrated they are in our
So
lives.
I remember what happened was there was Yahoo, there was a bunch of Ask
Bing,
Jeeves.
yeah.
Ask
uh,
Jeeves,
well,
yeah.
Bing,
Lycos.
Bing didn't come around till long
Yeah.
after. But the thing is that Google was advertised as a search engine that searched all the other search engines. So, I mean, they all do the same thing now. But back in the day, Google was like, it'll search Yahoo and all those for you. Because each time they all had different stuff, so now they all search the same.
And do you
spot.
remember their biggest marketing thing that I remember even as a kid? They said, when you visit our site, you won't have 80 to 90% of your screen will be ads.
Ads,
It'll
yeah.
just be that search bar. And everyone was like, oh, I like that.
Mm.
Yeah. And they also are pushing the government right now with lobbyists to go after Amazon. I don't know if you saw that.
Oh,
what?
I did.
FCC is suing Amazon for
They're
they have a
squeezing out the
monopoly.
little guy.
Yeah, a monopoly on the internet marketplace.
You know what's funny is what were we talking about the other day where there was something and I thought to myself, what about Amazon? But I don't even care because I love Amazon so much.
Yep.
But also try and do it yourself. Like Amazon did it and they did it the best and they're out there and they're the number one. Like who else is everybody else sells stuff. Walmart, you can get stuff shipped from Walmart.
Sure.
You can get stuff
Yeah.
shipped from all these places. That's basically
Don't
what
be
they're
mad
doing.
at them because
Yeah.
they did it
Right,
better.
yeah.
That's not why people are mad.
Yeah.
They're mad because Amazon is controlling the market price of a lot of products. That, like, say you make pickles
Yeah.
and you want to sell your pickles for X amount of money, then you go to Amazon, who's like, hey, we will take this percentage of that sale. But they're selling them at a much higher price,
Yeah.
taking that percentage and still just giving you
That's
that
how
little
it works.
piece.
And they'll push their pickles into the algorithm ahead of your pickles.
Oh, well, don't be pushing their
So
pickles
like
out of my pickles.
they'll notice that your pickles are selling well. Then they'll take their own pickles, push that up in the algorithm, push you down, and now you've got
All
nowhere
right,
to
well,
say.
now you're taking my pickles.
Yeah, plus a big difference is they actually have pickles to sell.
Yeah,
Whereas
oh, mine
yours are
sold out. What do
fake
you want from me?
pickles
The
that
pickles
never
sold out.
really
Limited
happened
supply.
ever.
I didn't even need Amazon. They sold out.
But the thing is, and we've all done it, you go, oh, this is whatever. Let me see how much it is on Amazon.
100%.
You know what I mean?
100%.
And I also, I got to drive to there. You know what? $15 more. I'll buy it on Amazon.
Yeah.
It'll be here tomorrow.
But that's the thing, because if I see a product that I like and I'm like, oh, well, now I've never ordered from them before, it's going to take at least 2 weeks to get here.
Oh, yeah.
If I could just find it on Amazon and have it tomorrow, why wouldn't I?
And you see stuff all the time on Instagram, and you're like, oh, that's cool. I want one of those. I have no idea whether that's a real website or they're just BS. They're getting all my information or whatever. You know who I know is real and will have it there for me tomorrow? Amazon.
Yeah, I get screwed on that. I order Christmas decorations around this time. Oh, that's cool. Is that the whole Griswold house? And I order it, and it comes in 3 weeks after Christmas, and it's like a tenth of the size that they made it look like it was on there, and you're getting it from China.
Yeah, or it's a plastic Mandalorian mask.
Yeah, that was the worst.
I love that thing.
Not metal. A new survey found that the average person gets 7 gifts a year that they never use. The worst gift givers are usually friends, children, and coworkers.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Yeah,
Those are good
I
gift
tell you, I
givers.
got the best gifts.
How dare you?
Those
Those
my
are really
coworkers got me all good stuff.
By the way, is this Friday a Margarita Friday again?
I mean, I'm fine with that too.
We got a few different national days today. One, most importantly, it is National Morning Show Hosts Day.
Shut up.
Yeah, I like that.
I never
guess,
heard of this nonsense.
They say it's a real thing. You're supposed to make an effort to get to know us a little bit better. So why don't we go around the room? Everybody tell something about themselves. Gio?
I got nothing.
No? I like hats.
I like
Today is also National Chocolate Milk Day.
Oh, I love chocolate
I
milk.
love me some chocolate milk, man.
I used to
I
love
don't.
Ovaltine.
Oh, really?
What?
Used to drink.
Ovaltine, not as good.
No.
I love Ovaltine. I used to drink the Nestle's quick little pints.
Too sweet for me.
Yeah, but I haven't had that in 20 years, and I don't like it now. My wife buys this really good chocolate milk that I don't even know what it is, but she's like, "Taste it, it's so good, taste it." And I go, "I don't want," and I take it. I'm like, "I don't want it." I don't know why it grosses me out now.
I used to go old school, right into the syrup, right into
Yeah.
the milk.
Oh,
The
yeah,
spoon.
yeah.
Make it black as night.
Oh, what do you think of when you think of Ovaltine?
Oh, I don't know.
I know
you're
what I
thinking
think of.
What?
Christmas Story.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
My first thing is Seinfeld. Ovaltine, the jar's round,
Oh,
the glass is
yeah.
round. Why do they call it round?
I think Ralphie's the decoder ring. It's like gets it, and he's
yeah.
like, "Be sure to drink your Ovaltine."
That's right.
No, my grandfather Willie used to drink Ovaltine, but drank it as it was prescribed, one small glass of it a day, and he would drink it with his breakfast. And I had it, and I was like, I love this.
It's delicious.
Yeah, because it's not a chocolate; it's a malt, so it's a different flavor.
My grandfather used to do this thing that I thought was so hardcore when I was younger. Is he would take like a little 8-ounce glass, and he would put so much powder Ovaltine that it was basically a sludge, and he would just chug it in like 2 gulps. I was like, that
That's
looks
unhealthy.
so gross.
Yeah.
You just got to go with Yoo-Hoo at that point.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love you.
Yoo-Hoo is actually chocolate water.
Yeah, I
so
know.
good.
Yeah, Yoo-Hoo. I used to murder
right?
Yoo-Hoos when I was younger. I had a little Honda Civic that the entire backseat was just filled with Yoo-Hoo jars. We used to drink a thing called KO that was kind of like Yoo-Hoo, but it was we had like this little Dollar General store by our house.
I remember KO. Was
Yeah.
KEEYO.
I think it was KYO.
Maybe, yeah.
KAYO.
Yeah.
And we used to get it, and then we roll it across the street to shake it up, and then go sit on the stairs on the other side of the
Hell
street
yeah.
and drink it. Yeah.
I don't know. I never heard of that. We had a cow.
Oh,
It was like the Yoo-Hoo
Black Cow.
chocolate cow. Chocolate cow. I think it
Chocolate
was.
cow, yeah.
That was like the Yoo-Hoo ripoff. But if you went to Pop's food truck, which is very rare to have food trucks, Pop's had you got a Sabrett hot dog with sauerkraut and mustard and a chocolate cow.
Yeah.
That was it. You had to have it. It's the only time I ever had like Yoo-Hoo chocolate cow is when you were at Pop's Meal Mobile.
Today is also Happy National No Excuses Day.
Oh, man.
I don't want to hear your stupid excuses.
There's debris.
What do you got? Did you ran out of hair gel? What happened?
Listen, I got a bad. You don't want to see my scalp.
No, I don't.
McDonald's is adding 2 new dipping sauces on October 9th for a limited time. So the first one is called Mambo.
Oh.
It's based on a popular sauce that's in the D.C. area. They describe it as a tomato-based sauce that is sweet, spicy, and vinegary.
Yeah.
They tested it in a few different locations back in 2021. The second one is sweet and spicy jam. It's their first breakfast-inspired dipping sauce. They say it'll be, quote, jammy red pepper sauce with a tongue-numbing Szechuan peppercorn kick and a little extra heat from cayenne pepper.
Yeah.
Both of the sauces will hit the menu on October 9th for a limited time. No word on how long they will be around, though.
Love it.
Yeah.
Very excited.
I go there and they go, what kind of sauce? I go, no sauce.
No sauce.
No sauce.
No, I had for my
crazy.
daughter. She didn't,
Oh.
she didn't eat any of
Chicken nuggets, no sauce?
no sauce.
Really?
What?
Wow.
Hey, look.
Hardcore.
I didn't force it upon her. She just doesn't like
Crazy.
sauce.
What do they have? They have honey mustard. They have sweet and sour,
Barbecue ranch.
barbecue, ranch.
Honey
I knew
barbecue.
Carmen
They
would
used
know
to have a
them all.
Szechuan, but they stopped that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember?
Sad.
Then they had-
Yeah.
was that the Rick and Morty thing?
Yeah.
The sweet and sour.
Sweet and
Yeah.
sour is my favorite.
As
Yeah,
a
sweet and
kid-
sour is good. Honey mustard good too.
Honey mustard.
I
is
got to
good.
tell you, as a kid, I just liked honey.
Yeah,
they
me
have
too.
they have little packets of honey.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And
Really?
yeah, it's so good.
Gross.
I'm gonna have to try
Well,
that.
since we're talking about food, there is a they put together a list of the best U.S. food cities. So think of all the different cities around the United States. What would you say is the best for food?
New York, I would the first thing that comes to mind.
New York City comes in number 2.
I would say New Orleans.
New Orleans comes in number 1.
So good.
Yeah, New Orleans really has a
All the
lot of
food.
great food. So New Orleans number 1, New York number 2.
Las
What else?
Vegas.
Las Vegas comes in at number 5. Las Vegas is good because you got a lot of stuff from
Yeah.
all over different places. They're not like specifically known for one. You know what I mean? So, but they have a bunch of different restaurants from different places.
Nashville.
Nashville, not in the top 10. No.
Dallas.
Dallas, no, not in
No,
the top
Or
10.
no,
Houston?
definitely not.
No, no, but you're in the right
Austin?
area.
Austin.
Austin.
Yeah.
Austin
Yeah.
comes in at number 9.
By the way, does that not remind you of Austin, Houston?
Austin, Houston,
Austin,
yeah,
Houston.
the president.
I don't know. What else is left? Philadelphia?
Philadelphia comes in number 10.
Really?
Yep.
Chicago.
Chicago comes in number 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chicago has a lot of good stuff. Chicago has a lot of good stuff because they have their own stuff. You know what I mean? A lot of Polish food there, a lot of Chicago-style pizza. You
Yeah.
got a lot of Greek there as well.
The
yeah. So.
only Chicago food I've had is Portillo's, and I know that's
Yeah.
not as good as it is in Chicago, but I got to tell you, it was good, so good that I almost want to go to Chicago to try
Well,
to.
it's funny too because Chicago has the Chicago-style stuff. So they have Chicago-style hot dogs, they have Chicago-style
Yeah.
pizza, they have Chicago, different ones where they kind of do their own thing.
There's a
So
lot of
good.
Detroit style stuff. Is
Yeah.
that on there?
Oh, yeah.
Detroit not on there, no.
Boston.
Boston is on there, number 6. Boston actually really good for seafood.
Yeah.
They have a lot of good seafood
Lobster.
in Boston, which you
Yeah.
wouldn't think Boston
Yeah.
seafood, but yeah.
I'll tell you, it pains me to admit it, but I've had some great Italian food in
Really?
Boston. Yeah,
Yeah.
the North End. Oh my God, they got great restaurants.
Number 10 is Philadelphia. 9 is Austin. Number 8, Charleston. Number 7 is Los Angeles. 6 is Boston. 5 is Las Vegas. Number 4, San Francisco.
Oh, yeah.
San Francisco. Number 3 is Chicago. 2 is New York. And number 1 for best U.S. food cities is New Orleans.
Oh,
Yeah.
everything's so good there.
Yep.
So I had an idea a long time ago, and trademark, you can't steal this from me, and if you do, I'm going to sue your face off,
Wait.
of opening a restaurant and call it Food City USA and have the best food from different cities.
It's a great idea.
So
Yeah.
I would have Philly cheesesteaks, I'd have Chicago pizza or New York pizza, maybe like Chicago dogs, and just take the different ones from different places
I'm in.
and have those have lobster rolls from Maine, and do that. And, just have maybe 12 items.
Around the world. Actually.
Yeah. So you can be like, oh, yeah, that's good. Yeah,
So
I love it.
If you ever go to Italy,
Yeah,
Italy?
Oh,
Las
my
Vegas.
God.
Yeah.
Italy and Las
So
Vegas is great.
good.
Italy and New York is great. And
In
it's
Germany,
all-
they had one. We almost
Yeah.
went to it.
They have
Oh,
one
that's
in
right,
Boston
yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, the it's Italian food, but you'll have you want pasta, you want pizza, you want something else, sandwiches and fish, and it's awesome.
We're like, should we go to Italy or should we try and find somewhere local?
Yeah, Italy will do.
Italy suck.
Some sad news in baseball. The Baltimore Orioles announced Tuesday the franchise legend Brooks Robinson has died at the age of 86 years old. Nicknamed the human vacuum cleaner, Robinson is arguably the greatest defensive third baseman in the history of baseball, winning 16 Gold Gloves awards in his Hall of Fame career, all which came consecutively. So 16 years in a row, the guy was the Gold Glove.
Wow.
Robinson won 2 World Series and was named All-Star 18 times.
I've met him a couple of times.
Oh, yeah?
And the most unassuming guy you'll ever meet in your life. Like, you have no idea that he was a baseball player or he was as good as he was. You kind of like, who's that guy? And it's like, that guy, other guy's friend. Like, you have no idea.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was a super nice guy. And I realized I have a couple autographed baseballs from him and no points.
Oh, yeah.
No
No
points,
points.
no points.
Was one of those baseballs that Joe was throwing up and down, wasn't
Well,
it?
Hope not. I certainly hope not.
What was the one that he was? And you're like, that's not signed, is it?
Yeah,
that's
that's
just-
just-
I have it
it's
over
not-
here. We don't know who. We can't figure out who it was. Joe smudged half of it.
Oh, yeah.
The worst.
I think it said Babe somebody.
Babe, somebody.
Yeah.
The Great Bambino.
The gay ghost hunting show, Living for the Dead, hits Hulu on October 18th because we needed a gay ghost
Yeah.
hunting show. It
I
feat-
assume all this goes on every gay.
Wait, are the
Okay.
ghosts gay? Or?
no, so that's what I was curious about too. It actually features 5 LGBTQ ghost hunters
Oh.
exploring haunted locations. So some of the ghosts may be gay, but
Yeah.
the hunters are, whatever.
Kristen, be inclusive.
Kristen Stewart is a one of the producers.
Oh.
Oh,
Twilight.
I like her. Yeah.
I'm in your belfry.
This is some good news for friends of ours. The Golden Globes are adding 2 new categories: best
Anti-Semitic.
best cinematic
Oh.
and box office achievement, and best performance in stand-up comedy on television.
Oh.
Yeah. So Golden Globes is going to have some.
Good luck, Shane Gillis.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude, you know what's so funny is I've watched that like 4 times. Yesterday we were talking about it with Bert. I went home and like nothing was on. I was like, I'm gonna put it on.
Yeah.
If you have not
That's
watched
good.
Shane Gillis Netflix,
Have you
Beautiful
watched
Dogs.
the YouTube one yet?
Oh yeah.
I have. Is it funny?
Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
I'm sure it is. I just haven't. It's not as easy to just click and I forget. You know.
Yeah,
What I mean?
Shane Gillis live in Austin is so funny. That's the one where he talks about the presidential debate.
Yeah.
And
oh,
he
yeah,
said the first time with Trump, whatever, he goes, the one guy gets up there and he goes, I'm from Michigan and I support education. They're like, oh, okay, all right. And the other guy, I'm from Indiana and I love religion. They're like, oh, this is a good debate, whatever. And he goes, and then Trump gets up there and he goes, Rand Paul's ugly. And they go, oh, you can do that? We didn't know you could do that. Oh, it's
It is
so
really
funny.
good.
And his Trump impression
Oh,
is
it's so,
so
great.
so great.
So great. The classic 80s show, Moonlighting, is finally coming to streaming.
Oh.
Yeah, so now you can watch
won't
it.
hold up.
The 1980s detective dramedy starring Bruce Willis and Sybil Shepherd. I used to have such a crush on Sybil.
Yeah.
Sybil. She's so out of my wheelhouse, too. It's so weird. It's coming to Hulu on October 10th. All 67 episodes of the series have been remastered in HD, Carmen, and will be
Okay.
available to stream complete with the Al Jarreau's original Grammy-nominated title track.
I don't think this show's gonna hold up. I think
No?
it's gonna be so 80s silly that.
Oh. Yeah,
Give me
but
that cheese.
Yeah.
I
love
think
it.
I think people will like it.
I feel like they're just doing this because they feel bad for Bruce
Yeah.
Willis.
Aw, yeah.
Give him some money
Yeah.
and help
It's
him out a
so
little bit.
sad, man.
His wife said he's not doing good.
Yeah.
No, but still, like, why is he always hanging out with Demi Moore? Like, I don't get that whole weird
I
thing.
don't know.
I think is they've got kids
The
together.
child.
Yeah.
And that's why they.
But she's always there, like, wiping things off his face and
Oh,
stuff.
man.
Yeah, it's weird.
Bruce Willis, I don't know, is it a son or daughter? Gunnar Willis, maybe?
No.
Is that right?
That's a great
I don't
name.
think he has any sons. I think he has just daughters.
So I know there's rumor.
You're thinking of Gunnar Nelson. from the
No,
Nelson
but I
brothers.
saw a preview for a movie the other day, and it said something Willis, but it wasn't rumor. It was another name.
He's got Tallulah, Rumor, and another one.
Scout LaRue.
Scout, yeah.
No. So maybe it's not even his. Maybe it's just some other person.
Right.
I thought it was one of his kids, whatever. But anyways, it looks like it might be a kind of an independent film, but it looked kind of funny. I forget what the name of it is, but it's 4 undercover cops that rob a bank because they all think they're in with a bank robbing gang, that they're undercover,
they're all
and they
cops?
find out that they're all and the other cops show up and they go, "You're all cops. You're 4 cops that just robbed a bank." And they're like, and the one guy's like, "I didn't really do anything." And he goes, "He didn't do anything. He was terrible." Whatever. And he goes, "No, but that's good for me, right?" It looked actually kind of funny. It was like a good premise.
His
I don't know.
Bruce Willis' wife said that she can't tell if he knows that he has this illness where he can't remember, like the dementia, whatever.
Sad, man.
And like she's
Because
like,
he can't talk, right?
yeah, and like with they can't tell if he knows that he's like losing his mind.
From all the
That's brutal.
saxophone playing.
Probably.
Just
Harmonica.
rattled his brain, yeah.
No.
Live Nation has launched a new program dubbed On the Road Again, which was inspired by singer-songwriter Willie Nelson, in effort to mitigate the difficulties of touring and help support developing artists and crew members. Part of the new initiative includes an end to merchandise cuts, an issue that several artists have spoken out against. Touring is important to artists, so whatever we can do to help other artists, I think we should do it. The program will impact thousands of artists this year to help making touring a little bit easier, according to Willie Nelson. So what it is they're not taking, a lot of times whenever they have the merchandise set up, where a lot of the bands make most of their money from selling the merchandise, they're not taking a big cut of it now.
All right, that's fair.
And I guess there is a thing where they're paying out artists, and they're doing like, I don't know, it's $1,000 or $1,500 to like every artist that has played the venues, you know, in the last year or something. Yeah, so it's going to be quite a bit of money that they're putting out.
So is the $6 concert shirt still going to cost me $50?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But I think it's actually going to help cut some of the fees that you have to pay
Hope
for
so.
tickets and
That's what they
stuff.
should.
I know they've been working on that as well.
50.
so.
Yeah, my wife bought a long sleeve shirt for my son at a concert recently that was almost $90.
God
It's
damn.
crazy.
Shut up.
She's like, I just sent him a video, and he said, "Can you get me the long sleeve one?" And she goes, "Of course." I went to go buy it, and it was like $80.
That's insane.
$89. And so I'm not buying any of that garbage. The only time I'll spend something like that is if it's something my daughter wants or something my son wants, but I would never.
It's
buy
always better when there's a guy with a trash bag selling them out in the parking lot for like $10.
Yeah. But I'm sitting here.
You wear it once and wash it, and it just rips apart.
Disintegrates. I say that, but look around the room, and I got 9,000 Pearl Jam posters from all their gigs.
I saw an old clip. I think it was Nirvana, and they were talking about the ticket price and stuff, and they're like, we're not going to charge, a bunch of money, whatever. And somebody's like, Madonna's charging $50 a ticket. And they're like, $50 bucks.
Yeah.
Crazy. Good luck getting a $50 ticket to 1975.
Jesus, man.
Nashawn Breedlove. Do you know who that is?
Sounds like an American Indian woman.
Maybe you would know him as Lotto.
Oh, her.
Him.
Lotto. No, I know Lotto.
Lotto
the
is a
singer.
female rapper.
Yeah.
From 8 Mile. He's passed away.
No, different.
Watto from Star Wars?
What's going on?
There's Lotto, who is a female rapper, is popular today.
Oh no, this guy played Lotto, the rapper in
okay.
8 Mile. Yeah,
gotcha.
so that's a different person, whatever.
The one who goes after Eminem at the end?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
man.
At the
thought
beginning, I think.
I thought that was Papa Doc.
Well, he I think was in the crew as well. Yeah.
That's
So
a great.
confused.
But this is a different one. There's a picture of
Yeah.
Lotto from 8 Mile, that guy with the T-shirt. Blah blah
Oh,
blah
yeah.
blah blah blah
Oh,
blah.
yeah.
Yeah.
What's
that.
the other guy's name? The guy who shoots himself? Cheese. What's his
Cheddar.
name?
Cheddar.
Cheddar.
Cheddar Bob.
Cheddar
Cheddar Bob.
Cheddar Bob. Yeah.
God, he
Cheddar
shoots
Bob
himself?
shoots himself is the funniest thing.
That's
Yeah.
a really good movie, and it holds up.
When they go to his house and Cheddar Bob's hiding, they're like, "We can see you in the window."
Yeah.
Dude, Cheddar Bob's funny.
So this guy was only 46 years old. They say he died in his sleep on Sunday at his home in New Jersey and was discovered by his loved ones. Cause of death not known yet.
Oh, I think Cheddar Bob got him.
Cheddar Bob
yeah.
finally got his day.
Maybe, yeah.
Cheddar Bob looking like a dirtier flea.
Dude,
So then now you have a girl rapper that stole his name
Yeah.
from the movie.
That's right.
So I could come out and be B Rabbit.
Why not?
You should be G Rabbit.
Yeah,
Galvin.
yeah, I got it. I figured it out. I cracked your code when he did that.
Joe looked confused. I was trying to help him out.
No.
I don't know if they're spelt the same, Galvin.
This
The-
one's spelled Lotto like the lottery, Lotto.
Yeah,
I-
that's how she spells hers.
Oh
I don't
no,
know.
she spells hers LA.
A? Okay.
Yeah.
This
It
is
was like
this is
latte.
Lotto.
Oh, no.
I know.
F mother.
No. Yeah, well,
When you gonna stop playing?
yeah, that's all I'm planning.
She's pretty.
Yeah, she's all right.
I've heard that riff before. And then you have the new Clash. Remember the new Clash played at
Yeah.
Ian thing? I love that. That's so great. We're
You know the old Clash?
I
We're-
prefer the old Clash.
we're gonna
personally.
call our band Better Metallica. Is that a possible thing? Uh-oh, bad news, guys.
Oh,
Oh
no.
Shakira.
Shakira has been charged with tax evasion For a second time
What?
in Spain.
Not looking good, man.
Spanish prosecutors have charged the pop star Shakira with failing to pay 6.7 million euros, or a little over $7 million U.S., in tax on her 2018 income, according to authorities. Shakira is alleged to have used offshore companies based in a tax haven to avoid paying the tax, Barcelona prosecutors said in a statement. She has been notified of the charges in Miami, where she lives. Shakira is already due to be tried in Barcelona on November 20th. In a separate case that hinges on where she lived between 2012 and 2014. In that case, prosecutors allege she failed to pay 14.5 million euros, or a little over almost $15.5 million U.S.
That's all right.
And, oh, yeah.
Shakira.
Why is it
pretty?
that Wesley Snipes is the only one who had to go to jail for this?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But all the other ones get off with it.
Dude, Chris Tucker, tax evasion, he got away.
But they I think end up paying
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
penalties, and Shakira, Shakira ended up paying. I don't think Wesley Snipes had any more money.
He
So
didn't?
he had to go to jail.
Also, wasn't this her husband that set everything up?
That's the thing.
Yeah.
So the first time she got tried, her whole deal was she didn't have any part of it. She let her husband and the accountants do all of it. This time she's not saying that, so it's gonna get interesting for her, you know. So I think maybe somebody's stealing from her, and she's gonna say she thought she was paying the taxes all along. Somebody was skimming money, but
Did you hear the situation? The way it's going to happen is she's going to go up on stand, but it's just going to be her hips because her hips don't lie.
They don't.
So she'll be on her own.
They don't even need to swear in the hips. Yeah.
69 of them.
that's so good.
Her hips don't lie.
Remember the Super Bowl? She was like,
Yeah.
that was like the only takeaway from their performance the next day.
Yeah. Listen, if she goes up there in a half shirt, just shakes
dude.
her, they'll be like, yeah, just
Unbelievable.
go. You're
Dude,
fine.
so
We'll,
hot.
we'll pay for it. It's all right. You're a
I
national
can't see
treasure.
why we should prosecute this woman.
Yeah.
Carmen,
Yes.
Ozzy Osbourne's latest spinal surgery was a success. So much that he now wants to do a new album
Nope.
and go out on tour.
No, leave
Do
it
it.
alone. Leave it
Yeah.
alone, Ozzy.
Ozfest,
Let's
bring
go,
it back.
Ozzy.
man.
See what happens. And then speaking of touring, Elvis Costello is going out on tour in January. He will be right here at Ruth Eckerd Hall in Clearwater on January 11th. I feel like, Joe, you would go see that.
I will definitely go see that. I
Yeah.
missed him last time.
Who is this?
Elvis
Elvis
Costello.
Costello.
Damn, 69. Look good.
I would not go see Elvis
Michael,
Costello.
you
I
would
like
know every
Elvis
song.
Costello.
So do I.
No, I
know
wouldn't.
every-
I know two Elvis Costello songs.
Oh,
One is
no
the
way.
one from Veronica that we sang the other day.
Veronica.
Yeah.
And the other one is the one that I only know from Jeremy Piven singing it in singles.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, he's got some good stuff.
Look at Joe trying to convince Mike to take him to the concert.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You know,
Michael, you'll love it. It's going to be great. You'll know every song.
Would you say this is his most popular one?
what? No. Absolutely not. No, this is garbage. There you go. Allison. Perfect.
I'm out.
This is a great song. Michael, go back to who is this?
Which one?
Armed Forces, or that whatever that one is.
What about Radio?
Yeah, all that's on the first three albums.
Yeah. You got Veronica, you got Allison. He loves to write
Yeah.
about ladies.
Elvis Costello is up there for me with Steely Dan, where every guy that I know likes him, but every woman is like, Elvis
You know that.
Costello's the worst.
Oh, I like Steely Dan.
I love Steely Dan.
I know Veronica.
This is a little later. Pump It Up. You got Pump It Up in there, Mike?
Oh, yeah, pump it up.
I
Great
don't see any
song.
Pump It Up.
That's a great one.
I'm out. What? Sorry.
You know
Joe.
Radio.
Yeah. Radio. That's
Yeah.
They got thrown off SNL for
Yep,
that.
yeah. Because remember, didn't Beastie Boys start out their thing with that and
Yeah.
then switched it?
Yeah.
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 They were supposed to do what's
Sabotage.
no whatever his hit was in the U.S. I can't remember. And instead he went into the Radio, which was about, I guess, NBC.
Oh.
Not cool, man.
Yeah.
And they stopped and started over.
No, they just cut him off.
No, there
Yeah,
was.
on SNL.
I remember him stopping, doing a big thing, stopping, and then starting over.
That was the Beastie Boys.
That was Beastie
No,
Boys.
but Beastie Boys copied it.
Yeah.
Beastie Boys started doing Elvis Costello, then they stopped and they went into something else.
Yeah.
Their
Elvis
own
Costello
whatever.
started off on his What's So Funny About Peace, Love, and Understanding, and then went into Radio.
But he may have done that as well. He may have done, no, stop.
Yeah, he did a big stop.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Joe, you can go see him. Mike, you don't have to.
I will.
Finally, in news, Rolling Stone put together a list of the 50 worst decisions made in movie history. Now,
Movie history.
Yeah, so listen.
It's going to make him mad.
No. Normally, this makes us mad with their stupid list, but these ones, they have specific things and they point out good stuff. There's some in here that you're going to like for sure. Their top spot went to the 1956 movie The Conqueror. Not only did it star noted white guy John Wayne as Genghis Khan, they also filmed it in a nuclear testing site in Utah. 41% of the crew ended up getting cancer in the following decades. And 21% of them died from it, including John Wayne. It can't be proven that they got cancer from working on the movie, but it seems pretty suspect that 41% of the people that worked on that movie got cancer, and then half of them died from it. So worst decisions in movie history. How about this? Burt Reynolds turned down James Bond.
You know what, though?
He would be great American James Bond.
No, he wouldn't.
Yeah.
Burt Reynolds turned down not only James Bond, Star Wars, The Godfather, Pretty Woman, and One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
He
Damn.
should fire his manager.
I gotta tell you, where would he have fit in The Godfather?
As
And nowhere
Duvall's character,
Duval
Tom Hagen?
or
Yeah, Tom Hagen,
as
yeah.
Sonny.
Consigliere.
Not a
No.
working
No, I could see
counselor.
him as Tom Hagen.
Burt Reynolds?
Yeah.
I'm not seeing
Listen,
it.
With the mustache
Duvall's
as a lawyer.
fantastic.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, he was just so
Handsome?
calm and
Yeah.
and you know, like Tom.
All right. I see what you're saying.
Think
but
of him in Boogie Nights. Think of Burt Reynolds in Boogie
Yeah,
Nights.
but
That's
I-
the kind of character he
I
probably.
think he could have been like a Mo Green, or he could have been like
yeah.
the movie.
He could have been.
But I think he would have been at that time would have been a natural Sonny.
Yeah.
How about this? Godfather 2, Young Vito.
yeah.
No,
No?
I look at Burt Reynolds. I see a Southern man. I see a Southern American man. I don't see anything else. Mustache, no mustache. Even in the one where he's good looking and he's got where the Nate.
But do you know how many people thought he was the next Marlon Brando whenever he was younger? You look at pictures of him when he's younger without the
Yeah.
mustache,
Without the
Marlon
mustache.
Brando.
Yeah. Like in Deliverance, he
Yeah.
looks great
Yeah.
in that movie.
Yeah.
But I don't see him. He looks
don't-
like a Southern man, though.
Yeah,
to
I don't
me.
see him playing somebody in The Family. I see him playing like the movie, the guy who owned the movie studio or something like that.
I really believe that you're only saying that because of Deliverance, the movie, and the mustache makes him Southern Florida man.
No, I
It-
think he's just the way he talks. You know what I mean? Even when he had that draw. I don't look.
You can't hide the voice.
You can't
You're
hide the
right.
voice.
Yeah.
I can't see how he would have fit in The Godfather. I know that at the time when they were casting the sons, they were looking for the hottest young actors. They wanted Ryan O'Neal and they wanted
Robert Redford.
Robert Redford. Yeah, they were trying to pull those blonde-head Italian guys. I just can't see that as being a fit. What were some of the other ones? James Bond. Like, how does he become? I mean, is it American James Bond?
Maybe he goes over there now.
He's not
He's
going
an
to be
American
like
007.
shaken, not stirred. You know what I mean?
Was he going to be Han Solo?
I could see
Gotta
him
be
as Han
great.
Solo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I could see him
That
as
I'll
Han
give you.
Solo.
Yeah,
And
probably.
then the Richard Gere part in Pretty Woman.
Yeah.
Yep. I'll give you that
And then
too.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, the Jack Nicholson part.
I think he was perfect as Jack. That character was
Yeah, of
perfect as
course.
Jack Nicholson.
Oh, yeah.
It's iconic now, but I mean, I could have seen that as well.
He's more of a Christopher Lloyd character for that movie, I feel like.
So many people in that movie, by the way.
Yeah.
Some of the other worst decisions in movie history. Blockbuster turns down an offer to buy Netflix for only $50 million
my
back
God.
in the year 2000. Yeah.
Oh, Wayne Huizinga is just rolling over in his grave. Is he dead? I don't know.
Another terrible one. Will Smith slapping Chris Rock at the Oscars.
Best thing that ever happened to him.
Oh, really?
To me, for me.
Yeah.
What happened to Will Smith?
I don't know.
He's had 2 movies out since then, and nobody saw him.
Listen,
Yeah.
you know he'll be back strong. You know he will.
Mhm. How
Or
about
he's already fine.
Yeah.
yeah, like I get that, whatever, but also, how about this? Speaking of already fine, but also wouldn't mind this, Matt Damon turned down Avatar. No big deal. You turn
Yeah.
down different movies, but it included 10% of the back end.
Oh.
He would have made $250 million on the deal.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Ugh. That's
Um,
I mean, listen, he's got a lot of money, but still, an extra $250 million.
And they're making like 3 more of those.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's a whole franchise.
The movie Roar uses real, untrained lions. Pretty much every member of the cast and crew got attacked at some point, including 20-year-old Melanie Griffith, who was almost scalped and needed 50 stitches. You can actually see video of that where she's in the pool with a lion and it's just like clawing at her and
Oh,
stuff.
Jesus.
Yeah, I don't know why they
wouldn't
did
do
that. Carmen, do you have to do it?
I do.
All right.
Do it.
Money, dough, cash. This hour's bone bonus keyword is love. Love. Head over to the free 1025 The Bone app and enter the keyword within 15 minutes past the top of the hour and go get your $1,000. It's the Bone Bonus, sponsored by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
All right.
right.
Love. Go get your money.
We are in the middle of Rolling Stone's 50 worst decisions in movie history. I have some of the different highlights. So you got Matt Damon turned down Avatar, including $10 million or 10% of the back end, which would have been $250 million. How about this? MGM gets a teenage Judy Garland hooked on drugs
Hey.
during the Wizard of Oz. With 18-hour shooting days, they would give her downers to help her sleep and then amphetamines to wake her up. She became an addict and wound up dying at 47 years old.
Her life story is super sad. I watched it with Karishma, and I was blown. I had no idea what she had gone through in her life.
Can I tell you that Liza Minnelli, her daughter on Arrested Development, is so good. Lucille too. It's so funny because growing up, Liza Minnelli was this great actress and singer and doing all these different things with her. To see her as an older lady and playing like slapstick on that show, she does such a great job with it.
I think she either lost her mind or really came to terms with who she is, and she's like, I'm just going to be crazy.
Well, I think whenever they were doing that and they were writing the character, they said, it'd be like a Liza Minnelli type,
Right.
but somebody knew
Why
Liza.
don't we get Liza?
Right,
Yeah.
and got her, and she was like, yeah, totally.
She's
she'll
great.
do it. I don't know if it was Ron Howard or who it was that worked it out and got her on there. So worst decisions in movie history. I love this one. It just says, Jar Jar Binks.
I wasn't against Jar Jar Binks.
No.
I thought it was a good way. It was a good character for kids to connect to, but it was also somebody to transition scenes. I didn't think it was as bad as
I
everybody
feel
said it
bad
was.
for the actor that played Jar Jar Binks because that could not have been good for his career.
Ahmed Best.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, I didn't even know that was an actor. I thought it was just CGI.
Yeah, it was a
whatever.
guy in a suit.
And remember they said it was racist?
Yeah.
I was like, what? From what planet?
That's a stretch.
yeah.
Well, the guy that plays him is a black guy.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
there you
why.
go.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's right.
There's the connection they tried to make.
Yeah.
How about this? Warren Beatty and Faye Dunaway are handed the wrong envelope while announcing Best Picture at the 2017 Oscars.
That was awesome.
That was so awkward, and everyone was like, "What is happening?" And they announced it, and the whoever it was Mud or whatever thought that they won,
Yeah.
and then it wound up being La La Land. I think it was La La Land.
Who stepped in and was like, "This is not a joke"?
It was
Remember that?
the guy with the one.
Was it Steve Harvey?
No, he was accepting the award.
No, Steve Harvey screwed up the
Miss
the
Universe.
Miss
Oh,
Universe.
that's what it was.
It was like the director or whatever that was accepting the award. He goes, "Guys, I'm not kidding." He's like, "They won, not us."
Yeah.
Oof. That's pretty bad. This one, The Blind Side, portraying Michael Orr as a simpleton who is to be taught football by Sandra Bullock. It wasn't true, and it had a negative effect on how people treated Orr. That's pretty funny. Howard the Duck, which
Oh,
was,
yeah.
they say,
Yeah.
an absolute disaster, and technically the first ever Marvel movie. It came out in 1986, and George Lucas was a producer on it.
Oof.
All I remember is there's the topless duck.
Yeah.
There's the duck in the bathtub with the big.
And that's the chick from Back to the Future was in there.
Yeah,
wasn't
Leah
she?
Thompson.
Leah Thompson.
And she tries to bang Howard.
Yeah.
Uh,
So good.
Spanish, what do you think about this? Making The Hobbit into 3 movies. They say that was a terrible, terrible decision.
Not only do I agree, but the length of time that went into each movie, why?
It should have been 2.
Why? Yeah.
2 movies.
2 3-hour movies? Fine.
Yeah.
3 3-hour movies? All right, come on.
No, it's ridiculous.
This is
6 hours of my life I've never
Yeah.
had to waste.
Oh,
Will Smith not only slapping Chris Rock, but makes a list again. Will Smith
I know what this is.
yeah.
turned down The Matrix, turned down Django Unchained. And the worst part, he passed on The Matrix to make Wild Wild West.
Oh.
Great
Which
movie.
I love.
I did.
Wild Wild.
Yeah. Chris
Was-
Klein, awesome.
Was he supposed to be Neo or Lawrence
Yeah,
Fishburne?
Neo.
No, he was supposed to be Neo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
And-
wanted Lawrence Fishburne to be Sean Connery.
Sean
Oh,
Connery,
yeah.
was going to be Neo, yeah. Or I mean, be
Morpheus.
Morpheus, yeah.
That would have worked.
And then how about this? Finally, Rolling Stone's 50 worst movie decisions. I think somebody's listening to my open letters.
Uh-oh.
The rape scene in Revenge of the Nerds.
Yeah.
The 80s were a different time, but in real life, a guy disguising himself as the woman's boyfriend in order to trick her into having sex with him is rape. And
Yeah, but at the end he went,
yeah, but she liked it, so it was
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Also, even if the 80s, can't believe that a woman immediately falls in love with her assailant.
Yeah.
she realizes she's been raped by the nerd and
Yeah.
then loves
Then
him.
loves him
Yeah.
and stays with him, yeah.
We wonder why we have problems in society
You
today.
convinced me.
That's so funny.
Well, there you go. That
I
is
love
it for
that movie.
news.
It's such a good movie, dude.
I love Revenge of the Nerds.
All right, we got to take a break. You're in the middle of trying to win your $1,000 anyway. When we come back, Dominic Ferriello is going to join us. So if you got a question for Ask the Dom, get on the phone lines now. We're not doing that.
Nine.
What is that?
Nine.
Nine.
Well, then, goddamn it, there better be an open letter ready.
Yep.
We'll do that next on 102.5 The Bone.
You're listening.
You know, you ever go to a gun show? Have you been to the gun show, Spanish?
Oh, yeah.
Gun shows are fun, but it's a lot of work going into it. Those guys got to get out there, and they got to set up their stuff,
Yeah.
and then you still have to run all your background checks, and I don't know, it gets pretty crazy. So my guy, Will, and the folks at Shark Coast, they stopped going to gun shows so that they can concentrate on making their store great and redesigning it, making it huge, and having all this stuff. Well, now they're going to go back to the gun shows, and they're going to bring their Shark Coast stuff to you. You know, they've got days where they celebrate in their store. You got Mossberg Day coming up on the 7th of October. They do all the giveaways and crazy deals. But will send the Shark Coast tactical crew out to the gun shows. Pierce is going to be taking all the best stuff from the shop, including the new Shark Coast Midnight AR-15, a special edition, custom-built Shark Coast manufactured AR that is only available at the shows, and they're all priced to move. And the first show up on the tour is going to be in the Fort Myers Gun Show, which is Saturday the 30th and Sunday the 1st at the Lee Civic Center. They'll be there from 9 to 5 each day, and then they'll have updates for you as they head out to other shows. You got Tampa, Lakeland, all across the listening area. So if you haven't gotten out to Shark Coast yet, they're bringing it to you. If somebody likes to go to the gun show, I'm going to tell you right now, never buy a gun at the gun show. I go there and I look around at the other stuff. Sometimes I'll see a good deal on ammo. Sometimes I'll find an ammo that I can't get anywhere else for some reason. And, you'll see that. But mostly I'm buying dart guns and throwing axes and weird stuff like that.
They got a lot of good crossbows, I find, at gun shows. too.
And there's always a guy that makes beef jerky.
yeah,
Oh.
totally.
Nice.
Yeah. So, but they'll have cases there and things like that. And, but every once in a while, you'll see a couple of good manufacturers that people who not only sell guns, but make guns and they style them and all that. And that's cool that Shark Coast is getting back out on the road. So if you haven't gotten a chance to go out, check them out on Bee Ridge Road in Sarasota. Check them out at the gun show. First one coming up this weekend in Fort Myers. All right, 727-579-1025 or 800-771-1025. Want to remind everybody, tonight, I don't think we've had a chance to go out and party with Pap Pap in a long time.
No.
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
And Pap Pap, would it be okay if I gave you a handful of the new Pap Pap Kung Fu kick pins to give away tonight?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
You want me
Yeah,
to
buy
just
'em.
give them away?
Yeah, give them away.
Okay.
What about
Give 'em
everybody?
away.
Everybody that performs gets one, maybe.
Oh.
Put a little flair on their
I like
outfit.
that.
All right,
I like
all right.
that. Tonight they're going to be at Good Night John Boys, which is in St. Pete, downtown St. Pete. They're having a gong show karaoke, I believe.
Yes.
I was on an email chain. This is no joke. That they for weeks have been trying to get the gong in here. They
Yes.
literally have a gong,
Yeah.
not a gong sound effect, a gong that you'd go up and hit with the thing.
I'm
Yeah.
very excited, Michael.
Yes.
When you guys are done with it, I would like it for
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
to end every song.
Yeah. So tonight, if you want to bring your karaoke stylings, doesn't have to be good, to Goodnight John Boy, you could see Spanish and Pap Pap. They will be out there with Bud Light, and they will be giving away $500.
The winner-
$500 to the winner.
That's right.
I would say more important performance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
oh,
if
absolutely.
you can go up there and sing, everyone goes, "Yeah, okay, you can sing. Good
Yeah.
job, Shirley." No, I mean
Put a little
everybody knows
effort
you
in.
can sing.
May I
if you
give an example?
If you show up and you're wearing an outfit
Yeah.
and you got
Leg
moves
kicks.
and stuff, and maybe a couple people join you on
Oh.
stage.
You two will be in outfits, I heard.
Yes.
Oh,
Don't tell
100%.
anybody. Surprise them.
Okay, yeah. It's gonna be
What
good.
were you gonna suggest?
I was going to.
My wife and I go out there because we win every time.
I mean, you guys are pretty good.
I mean, you know.
No, but I'm saying that an example of Galvin, like you said, of more of it being a show than being a good singer, would be the simple case of my friend Galvin singing Sia's Chandeliers
Yes.
in front of a large audience on the cruise. And, I mean, you did good, but you're not Sia.
No, nobody see you.
But you gave it the Sia performance. Like,
Sure.
you gave it your all.
I tried for the high notes.
Yes.
Whether I hit them or not, I tried for them.
And people loved it.
Yeah.
So that is the takeaway. That's where you live. Remember when that guy sang Chandeliers and
Yeah.
did a damn good job?
That's right.
Remember that lunatic guy up there?
It was awesome.
I was talking to Brian the other day about how I want to get with Diane and see if we could do more of those little group things that we do on the cruise,
Yeah.
like a little live band karaoke or something
sure.
like that. Yeah, because that's fun stuff.
Spanish, you feel weird that you're kind of like the tag along on Joe's.
Very weird.
Joe's
I'm
marquee
literally his
gig.
driver at this point, like for real.
Yeah.
This
Let
is
me
just
check the
driver- just
website
driver.
real quick and see what it says
Yeah.
about.
I know that the graphic that is up on our Instagram at the Mike Calta Show is just Joe.
Yep.
It says join Pap Pap tonight
Right.
at
Well,
Goodnight John.
Can I
Boys."
get a Spanish pin if I go tonight?
Yeah.
I don't make Spanish
Wow.
pins. There's no demand for
I
them.
mean,
I mean, there is no demand because there
You're
are
losing
none.
money on those things,
Yeah.
Michael.
So
You-
on
the
the
Spanish pin, you just rub the hair till it falls out.
you should make the troll pencil things with Spanish's hair. That'd be great.
Wow.
That's a good
So
idea.
on
Pencil top.
theboneonline.com, it has Gong Show Karaoke, and it says join Bud Light and Pap Pap from the Mike Kelta Show.
Yeah.
No, there are no Spanish,
none.
just a big picture of Pap Pap. Nothing with Spanish.
with a weird head shape.
That does make me feel a little odd.
Yeah.
I mean, you're the big draw.
No,
I'm
show
just-
with Pap Pap.
I'm just
I mean,
saying,
Pap, let's stop and think for a second. Your popularity is way past Spanish.
Well, I mean, you know.
I would call it popularity. How do you like that?
You way past Spanish with your popularity.
You're just the driver.
Dude, apparently I'm just the driver,
No.
you know. I'm just the wallet.
No,
So,
that's not true.
Yeah.
Anthony's very important.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to need you for any of the marketing
Yeah.
stuff.
I
this
wonder if
time
they
around.
knew, you know, like our company knew that I was going to be there. It seems like they didn't. So,
Well,
You may get turned away.
yeah, that'll be good for when it comes time, you know, for payment.
Joe will have you wait out in the car.
yeah.
I would ask whoever told you to be out there, do you know I'm going to be out there?
I don't
Definitely
know,
double
yeah.
check.
well, we know Olivero knows you're going to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it knows you're going to be there
Yeah.
because most likely he can't go there without you.
Right.
So it wasn't like
Yeah.
they wanted you. They just knew if they picked Joe, they were going to get you by
Yeah.
default.
Okay.
So
All right. Well, listen,
Driving Miss Pap Pap.
I wish I could say, you know, as long as they spell my name right, but they didn't even have
No,
it in the
Oh,
thing.
it's not
so,
even there.
Yeah.
You
Driving-
didn't even get a mention.
driving Miss Lazy.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah.
Oh, well, that is happening tonight, downtown St. Petersburg, all brought to you by our friends at Bud Light. A nice middle of the week. People wanting to get out, go out and do a little karaoke, and check out the new bar. I heard it's
Yeah,
fantastic.
I'm looking forward to seeing it. Let's party, people.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, 8:21 in the morning. Dominic Ferriello going to join us at 9 a.m. to take your legal calls. But right now, it's time to check in with Galvin. He has a brand new open letter.
And now, an open letter from Galvin.
This is an open letter to people that want to be TikTok famous. Dear people that want to be TikTok famous, seriously, listen, I get it. You see these idiots on TikTok or Instagram or YouTube doing dumb stuff, and then you find out that they make $50 million a month. And you think, I can probably do that. But here's the thing. You can't, and you won't. Not everyone is going to be famous or make a ton of money. Instead, you just have these losers out in public looking like a goddamn lunatic. Did you see the video of some fat dork girl in IHOP dancing and playing with her knife and fork as the waitress sits down her pancakes covered in whipped cream? It is so cringe, it makes me want to smash my computer screen. The best part of the video is the girl in the background, who's about the same age as the star of the video, that is looking at her like she is some sort of special needs girl having a conniption fit. Or how about the video of the 30-something-year-old guy that is pretending to eat a bunch of hot dogs or glizzies as he sucks them down in a manner that looks like he's going to win a Best of award for gay porn. He has sound effects, and people are actually paying to watch this guy. Could you imagine if that was your son or your brother or your husband, people have lost their minds. Everyone wants a free ride. Sure, there are kids that are 10 years old that are opening toys online and making $8 million a week, but that's not you. And there's nothing more sad than someone's aunt that thinks she's going to be doing a stupid TikTok dance in a tank top and no bra, hoping and praying that she's going to earn enough money from this video to pay for her 9-year-old's insulin shots. Because it won't, and it never will. How about this? Just hear me out now. What if we start a new TikTok trend where you do whatever dance or eat some hot chip or do whatever you want to do, and then like about 8 seconds into the video, I come running in, kick you in the face as hard as I can. You don't have to pay me. Trust me, me and everyone that watches will be getting the best end of that deal. I am Galvin from the Mike Calta Show, and this has been an open letter to people that want to be TikTok famous.
I like it. I watch you kick people in the face.
Oh, could you imagine? Have you seen the Galvin kick videos?
No.
They're great.
Oh, yeah.
They're unbelievable. It was a lady, and she was trying to drink wine from the other side of the glass, and then he just kicks her in the face.
I don't know what it is. The fact that these people are getting famous from it is weird to me, but I do enjoy watching. Like, my wife turned me on to influencers in the wild, where people take pictures of influencers trying to do that.
Unbelievable.
It's so embarrassing.
It is so cringy.
Yeah.
Like, I will watch that stuff, and I feel my shoulders go up. I'm like, oh, it's so gross.
Yeah, I saw a lot of that at the tailgate party on Monday. A lot of people doing little dances and kicks their feet. Oh, brother.
So I've been doing videos for the Humane Society with the dogs that are trying to get adopted and stuff. I started doing videos a couple weeks ago, and people like it because it shows the personality of the dog. You don't know how many times I look left and right to make sure nobody's around. And I'm not even doing it like, hey, everybody. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, this is so-and-so, and it's a 2-year-old, terrier or whatever. But I look so many times around, like, is anybody watching?
Oh, I'd love to get somebody to get a picture of you doing influencer in the wild.
Yeah.
No, I watched when I went to Greece. You see a lot of those influencer pictures of people with the blue water and the white roofs in the background.
Oh, yeah.
So when you're over there in like Santorini and you see all these people just from all different countries trying to do, it's not just taking pictures. It's like doing dances and spins and pointing to signs, and you're like, oh, brother.
My favorite is the ones where they bust the people, like it'll be some hot girl, and she'll stop on the side of the street where they were like fixing up stores after riots or something, and she like grabs a paintbrush and she's like, oh, and then just sits it down and gets back in her Bugatti and drives away.
off.
Yeah, it's like, oh, thank you for helping.
Yeah, it's pretty disturbing. There's a lot of that at Lightning games, and Lightning games, especially in between the periods, they run down to the glass and they try to do the thing.
I saw it at the
Let it
Bucks
go.
game too. Like there was
Bucks
two girls
game.
that stood in the aisle for 2 quarters, taking 1,000 pictures.
So weird. All right, Galvin, thank you.
Got
Brand
it.
new open letter.
Yep.
I'll tell you what. Since Dom is going to call us at 9 o'clock and we're going to do Ask Dom, why don't we take a break now? When we come back, we'll give away those Morgan Wallen tickets. We
Okay.
have Morgan Wallen coming to Raymond James Stadium, or maybe we'll do a little bit of Who's My Baby's Daddy since we got one pair to give away. We'll do Who's My Baby's Daddy next from Morgan Wallen tickets on 102.5 The Bone.
It's the Mike Calta Show. We now return to Tampa Bay's #1 morning show, The Mike Calta Show.
$8:36 on the Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone. Tonight, Pap Pap and his sidekick Spanish will be a Goodnight John Boy in downtown St. Pete. Brought to you by our friends at Bud Light. You can win $500 just by doing dumb karaoke with these two.
Come on out.
And I say dumb because you don't have to be good, just be a good performer.
That's right.
Yeah, I don't know who's doing the judging, But,
I don't know either.
Yeah, but you guys will be hosting. I know that.
For
And
sure.
That is tonight.
I'm
All
looking
right.
forward to it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too. Don't use this as an excuse to be late tomorrow.
No.
Oh.
No.
Mostly
No.
talking to Spanish.
For
Yeah,
sure.
well,
He's the excuse maker.
They probably wanted
there's
to show
debris,
up.
I think.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
raining.
I know you're the good one, Joe, and
Thank
he's
you,
the one that
Mike.
slows you down.
Definitely,
true.
definitely, always me.
That's true.
That's why only his name's on the gig tonight.
That's right.
Well,
Yep.
you know.
Yep.
Top billing.
Yeah.
He'll be there
yeah.
on time.
All right.
I'll
like
definitely
that.
be there on time. He won't be drinking before it or anything.
Two things. I want to thank our audience for something. All the donations that came in for my Facebook charity thing for the Forgotten Angels. Thank you. It raised almost, I think it was like $1,200, which is pretty awesome. My initial goal was 1,000, and I jacked it up to 1,500. It's still got a couple of days or two. It's on Facebook and Instagram, but $1,200 is pretty good. So thank you to everybody. It's family, friends, and then a lot of people I don't know. So thank you to all of you. The other thing is I need the help of maybe you, Spanish, and our listening audience.
Hell yeah.
Years ago, I used to do an endorsement for Master Collision, which fixed up like cars when you got into car accidents and all that. But I have not heard of them for a while. I don't know if they're still open or if they sold or merged or what they do. But I need to have a couple of dings and things fixed on the Sprinter, and I need to find out a place to take it to. I don't know what the spot. But I also need to find out, like, if Stingray does that or if Bob Murray does it, like, who's got a body shop?
Right.
It's not a lot. I have, Tom or somebody cracked, like, the bumper and there had a little split in the middle.
Are you
The thing-
sure it wasn't?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure it wasn't Joe.
All right.
But whatever it was, I just need a couple of things bondoed and sanded.
Okay.
Because I want to wrap it, but they can't wrap it until
It's all level.
they get all that stuff done.
Yeah,
So
yeah. All right, I
that's
can
what I
help
need
that.
to do.
Absolutely.
Don't let Joe move the Sprinter anymore.
Yeah.
What?
Did we
was-
almost lose it?
Yeah, there was an incident yesterday.
It's not an incident.
There was an
an
incident.
What did we miss? Did I almost lose the plant outside the
Oh.
tree?
No.
A lot of stuff.
Oh.
Michael, don't listen to them, Michael.
Well,
The guy
Joe,
who
this is one of
hasn't-
the things.
The guy who hasn't driven in 38 years is not good at driving something.
Yeah, here.
I'm an excellent driver.
Here, move this Mercedes
Excellent.
Sprinter
Yeah.
Tom
down
is
this
on
narrow driveway.
Tom, the driver, is on a cruise, so he is not here to
Mm-hmm.
move it, and it's at my house as opposed to the storage right now.
Joe couldn't even get it started.
Oh, Joe, come on!
I mean,
You put the key in and you turn.
well,
Is that not true?
it's not.
It's not what
Gio is lying.
Am I lying?
I understand. There might be some video.
Yeah.
That's what I saw.
Yeah, where's the video?
was
Oh, we've heard that a lot, haven't we?
was Joe able to start the Sprinter yesterday?
No, he was not able
That's
to start
not-
the Sprinter.
That's the
Yes.
fulls.
No, that's not true.
How do we get half
Did
the
the
story from them and half the story from you? And
Did
it's
the
different?
Sprinter get started?
yeah.
Okay.
Who started it?
Me.
No.
Yes.
Lies.
No.
Who
I-
started? Who
I-
started it?
I handed Gio the keys and said, "Here, start this."
After he was in there bitching
Yeah.
that it wouldn't start.
What was the secret?
He had the wrong key.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
That's wrong.
That won't start a car.
No.
No, definitely not.
All right.
He came out of the car and he walked up to the window. I'm in your truck, and I roll the window down. He goes, I know it won't start. Okay, it won't start.
If like I know Joe moving cars has the potential of hitting something, and that's fine if we have it on video. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Oh,
Like if
yeah.
he does it in front of a security camera or Geo's taping it, then we're fine. Anything can be fixable.
Yeah.
How have you not eaten poison yet?
Oh.
Like, how have you not, you know what I mean? Like, how have you not accidentally?
These look
just-
like Cheerios.
Yeah.
You don't know that I have not. Inside's made of glass. Remember, nothing sticks.
Can I tell you what happened in the last break? So I'm not. I feel like a little nauseous, and my daughter is sick, so I feel like there's a little bug going on in the house. So I have this medicine called Zofran that helps with nausea. And I asked my wife to give me one last night, and she brought it to me, and I didn't know she put it there. When I was about to go to bed, I saw it on the little stand next to this chair where I sit, my Jeopardy chair. So I didn't take it because I was going to bed. So I asked Joe, I go, hey, can you run out there and grab that for me? And he comes out and he goes, Michael, I don't see it. And I go, Joe, you're looking in the wrong space. He goes, all I see is remote controls. I go, you're looking on the wrong table. I go, it's not the coffee table. It's the table next to it. It's
With the battery charger.
with the battery charger.
Yeah.
So he goes out there and he comes back and he goes, is this it? This is all that was there. And he brought me like a little round thing that my daughter makes bracelets out of. It looked like a donut. It looked like a donut bead.
That was the only thing there,
And
Michael.
Galvin goes, eat that, Joe. Eat that and see what happens. It was a good call, Joe, but it was not. That was not. I guarantee you, if I walk out there, it's just sitting right,
Right there, yeah.
No.
But that's okay.
No, I think one of the dogs ate it, Michael. I'm telling you.
I don't. It's in a package.
Yeah,
and
that
I
doesn't
don't
stop Hazel.
I know, but Hazel's
Yeah.
not.
Dog
There's
that
nothing.
eats socks. Oh, it's in a package. Pass.
There's nothing attractive about that. It has no taste or flavor or smell.
How is a sock attractive to this dog?
Oh, it's got my feet
Colors,
smell.
yeah.
My
Oh,
feet
that
smell.
too.
It's not an entire large pizza sitting on the counter.
Dude, when you have tall dogs, they eat everything.
Too much, yeah.
Like I have already outlined the spaces that I could put things on the island so that I know the dog can't get to them.
Like, hey,
I only have this inch to this inch.
Did the pizza ever show up? I don't know. It was sitting right here.
I
Yeah.
can tell you, Mabel is quick though, because
Yeah.
if you don't put it far enough in, she'll just. I mean, I was literally standing there with one of the briskets or pork torpedoes I had, and I turned my back and I turned around, and she had both her paws up
Yep,
on the
on the
island. I was
counter.
like, no.
She is the equivalent of what Scooby-Doo does. Like, you know how Scooby would eat a whole sandwich and he would just go,
Yeah.
That's what Mabel does. She eats whole
incredible.
pizzas, I go to Prime Butcher, and one of the best things they have there besides steaks is their loaves of bread. And I buy 2 loaves of bread. We make one, and then the other one's always gone. What happened to you? Did you guys eat a whole loaf of bread? And then you look over, and Mabel's just staring at us. She ate a whole loaf of bread. Stupid dog.
Good for her.
All right, Morgan Wallen is coming. You know Morgan Wallen? Does anybody in this room like Morgan Wallen enough to go see him? Like, would you be like, oh, I got to check this out?
Nah,
I
no.
would.
You would?
Yeah.
You were the only one I thought you would.
Are you gonna bring Chad?
No. I would not
call.
do that. I would not do that to him.
Yeah.
Have Morgan Wallen
I
see him
know.
and call him out by the
Yeah,
you don't want that.
You don't want that at all.
No, Chad, like, honestly, a couple weekends ago when we were in St. Pete Beach and they were doing that Bucks Fest, there was a bunch of artists out there, including DJs and stuff like that, but every artist that we went to go see was a country artist. And on the way home, he's like, I have to tell you, I can't ever go to a country concert ever again.
Mhm.
I feel
reached
his
my
pain, yeah.
He's like, I've reached my max. I was like,
Wow.
all right, well, I got it. No problem.
I found a lot of country music that I liked when I did country radio for a short while, but that was the time that Big and Rich and what's her name, the redneck woman, and
Gretchen Wilson.
Gretchen
Yeah.
Wilson and Little Big Town and all them came out, you know, so it was different kind of sound. But this is Morgan Wallen, Jelly Roll, Nate Smith, and Brian Martin. They are all going to be at Raymond James Stadium on July 11th, 2024. It'll be a big stadium show. It'll be nice and hot, and it'll be packed. And this will be one of those ones that sell out 100%. This guy, we probably will even do a tailgate party for it. But if you want to win your tickets before they go on sale right now on this very radio station, we're going to do it with a little bit of Who's My Baby's Daddy. Here we go.
Okay, everybody, this is Maury Povich, and it's time to play Who's My Baby's Daddy?
Lord, I've been done had too many babies, honey. Who is my baby daddy? Girl, I'd be a millionaire if I could ever figure out where I got Cheeto, Limbo, Cracker Jack, Orangelo, K. Martina, Salmonella, Velveeta, Genitalia, Catfish, Leroy, Cocoa Puffs and Pluto, Penelope, Jack Daniels, Buford and Lamangelo. Who is my baby daddy? Don't even 2 of these children even look alike. Aloe Vera, Maybelline, Gingivitis, Brill Cream, Cruix, NyQuil, Gangsta Q and Daffodil, Ron Bacardi, Captain Morgan, D-Mark Torres and DeLorean, Gynolotrum and Felicia, Chlamydia Champagne. Who named these children and how many of them is it? Why they always want to come live with me anyway? Ask them who their daddy is. Look over yonder, they go. Nova Scotia, Bubblicious, Cuponita, Gonorrhea, Ice, Bucket, Batuglia, Visine, and Margarita, Percolator, Terminator, Velcro, and Taekwondo, Varicella, Chromosome, Obstetria, and Shathid. That's an ignorant one right there, Shathid. Who is these baby daddies? I wish I knew. I'd sure sue him for some child support, honey. Shoot.
All right, time to play a little Who's My Baby's Daddy. Let's get a contestant on the line. I'm just going to pick a random line. Let's go to line 6. Good morning. Who is this?
Michael?
Hi, Michael. How you doing, sir?
Good, how are you?
Michael, do you have children of your own?
I do not.
Oh, you're at a bleak disadvantage, but we will help you out. We'll give you her side of the story first and his side of the story, and then you, Michael, will decide whether he is or is not the baby's daddy. Let's hear her side of the story first. Here we go.
Everyone, this is Danita. Now, this is Danita's ex-boyfriend, Marcus. Now, they were together for 5 years. They tried to get pregnant, but they were unsuccessful. Then, sadly, Danita and Marcus broke up. But they got back together a year later. And immediately, Danita got pregnant. So how did Marcus react? He left her and began to deny their now 4-month-old baby, Dazzy Maya. Since then, Danita says Marcus won't even give her a quarter to wash Dazzy Maya's laundry.
I can't get not a dime from him to take care of my child. I have to do this all by myself. Nothing at all, Maury. Nothing. I can't get nothing from him because he's not trying to do nothing for my daughter.
But his reasoning is, y'all tried to get pregnant a long time.
We have been together for 5 years, Maury. It took me 5 years to get pregnant by him, Maury. That's not my fault that he can't shoot blanks. That's not my fault. It ain't my fault. It ain't my fault he couldn't get me pregnant fast enough. We got a baby. He laid down. He helped me make her, Maury. And he go today, he gonna start taking.
She work at Jack in the Box.
Why is she clapping so much?
Yeah, it's Morse code.
I don't know what the deal is yet. I'm going to hear his side of the story next, but I sure as hell hope he is not the baby's father because I couldn't deal with her. All right, so they couldn't get pregnant, then she got pregnant.
Together for 5 years,
Right.
broke up, got together as soon as they got back together, immediately got pregnant, and had Dazzy Maya.
Let's see what Marcus has to say for himself. Here we go.
I don't know why Danita think I'm her baby's daddy when we both know that I'm not. We've been messing around for 5 years and she never got pregnant, so I know I'm not the baby's daddy. Look, I have brown Tootsie Roll eyes. The baby got dark and gloomy eyes. Look, I got a circle head and she got a big square head, so I know I'm not the baby's daddy. Even though I'm not Danita's baby daddy, I still help her out. I help Danita with milk, clothes, I even babysit. I'm a good guy, and when the test comes back that I'm not the baby's father, I'm still gonna help Danita out with taking care of the baby.
If he's so helpful, then what does he just not like the baby? Like if he's like, I'll even babysit, but then one day he's like, this bitch is crazy. I don't want to be around this baby anymore.
Baby doesn't have no Tootsie Roll eyes.
Yeah, he has Tootsie Roll eyes. She has dark and gloomy eyes.
Oh, is that what it was?
He's
Dark
got a
and gloomy?
circle head. She's got a big old square head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
It's science, Mike. Figure it out.
Let's go around the room and talk about it. I'm going to tell you right now, Galvin, I think he is not the baby's daddy. I think that she is what some like to call a skis and hoe, and that after 5 years of shooting blanks, all of a sudden she went out and got a little side piece and then was like, I can't get pregnant. Then she realized she could. He was shooting the blanks. I say he is not the baby's daddy.
I say that he doesn't know how science works, and old Tootsie Roll Eyes is the father.
Okay, so we're split down the middle.
Yeah.
But, Michael, it is up to you, sir. For tickets to see Morgan Wallen, Jelly Roll, Nate Smith, and Brian Martin at Raymond James Stadium, is he or is he not the baby's daddy?
I'm going to have to agree with you, Mike. I do not think he is the baby daddy. I think she's skeeving.
All right, let's find out if he is or is not the baby's daddy, or if she's a skis and hoe. Let's check in with Maury. Here we go.
I don't want any more arguing either. I want the results, and then we all can move on, right?
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, come on.
In the case of 4-month-old Dazzy Maya. Love that name. Marcus, you are the father.
In your dark and gloomy eye face.
Well, Michael, I'm sorry, but I'm going to put you on hold, and we'll give you what N4 likes to call a cancellation prize. You will get to pick something from the rest of the prizes, but you did not win the Morgan Wallen tickets. I'm sorry.
Maybe 1975.
Give you another opportunity to win these tickets before the show is over today. If you want to go see Morgan Wallen, let the kids know we still have tickets because poor Michael did not get it right. He put Desi Maya. I don't know who's in worse shape, Michael or Desi Maya now, having to deal with those parents. Dominic Ferriello is going to join us in about 10 minutes. If you want to talk to him, now is the time to get on the phone lines. Actually, Carmen, now would be the time to clear the phone lines because then people can get on them again for Dom. How do you like that? Except Michael. Don't hang up on him. 727-579-1025 or 800-771-1025. Ask the Dom will be in the studio with us at the top of the hour. You'll be able to ask him questions, and we will help you out the best we can legally.
What if you start doing that? Like give out the phone. 727-579-1025.
Yeah. I don't know
Ask
if I get the cadence down. I'm too uncoordinated to do that, I think. You should do news like that every day.
Yeah.
Here's what's happening in the news.
There's a story about President Donald Trump.
If you're looking to sell your home and you want to find out how much your home is really worth, you can find out for free right now if you go to Jeff Borham's website, which is teamborham.com. Team, B-O-R-H-A-M, because it's powered by the team at eXp Realty. And Jeff and his team will tell you exactly how much your home is really worth. You put your address right in there. There's a big orange bar at the top. You put your address in there, and you can find out for free what your home is worth. They'll give you a high end, a low end, the middle, average cost of it, and they will give you a cash offer for your home if you're that serious about selling it. So why dip around with the other apps and try to figure out what's what and what your neighbors are selling for when you can simply go to teamborum.com and get a real estimate for your home right now online. If you're looking to sell it, you'll know exactly where the starting point should be. And if you let Jeff and his team sell it for you, they take all the worry out of it. You don't have to worry. You don't have to stress. You don't have to do anything. All you have to do is let him sell it, get you the most money, and then sign your name on the dotted line. And, of course, if you're looking for a home, Jeff and his team have listings right there on their website. They have access to homes sometimes before most people even see them. They can get you a great deal, and they can get you in a home of your dreams. Don't stress out if you're in a situation where you sold one, you didn't buy a new one yet. They deal with it all the time, and they'll hook you up. They'll make sure that your transition is easy and simple. Go to Team Borum, BORHAM. Jeff lives right here in the Tampa Bay area. He can help you out. You can even probably get him on the phone if you need to talk to him, or anybody on Team Borum can help you out. It's teamborum.com. We'll take a break. The phone lines are filling up now. If you want to talk to Dominic Ferriello, 727-579-1025. We'll take phone calls for Ask the Dom next on 1025 The Bone.
You're
got to go out of town. He goes, oof, I don't know. We got to order that. And he's like, nope, I got one. We'll have it here tomorrow. So thank you to Glass Doctor for being awesome as well. All right, is Dom in the studio with us yet, Carmen?
He is not.
Oh, my God. Well, you're going to have to take all the legal calls.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, 727-579-1025. I think those lines are filled up. So if you want to get through, 800-771-1025 are the phone numbers. And you can get through to talk to Asadam, who I know before the break was there.
He is here.
He's in the studio with us.
He just walked.
See, that's how he's got a sachet across the station, stop in, interrupt meetings, poke his head indoors, and now he's in the studio with us. Dom, how are you?
Hold on one second.
Oh,
He's getting his
for the
headphones.
love of God.
Get it
The
together.
professionalism. I mean, I don't need to hire Dom as a lawyer and he show up with no shirt on in the courtroom and be like, Your Honor, I need a second to put my
Still
shirt
putting
on.
his pants on.
Actually, I think it'd be kind of hot. I
None
don't
of-
think the judge would care about that.
None of this stuff is ready for me. In the evening show, I come in, everything's laid out. I just walk in and go. Here, I got to do crap myself.
Wow.
Ego.
Wow.
Ego.
Just in line with the rest of the station.
By the way, how did we miss Dom on the ego discussion?
Yeah, why wasn't I included in that discussion? This is all.
You could be added.
I mean,
Well,
Jesus,
you've just
this is all
insured
my
your spot.
contract.
Yeah.
I mean, this is in my contract, for Christ's sake. No, I'm just joking. Good morning, by the way. No, little rain this morning, so of course I have to be careful, obey said traffic laws under the 316 code, and get here safely. But good morning.
316's right.
I love that you check that, Calvin.
Yeah.
I love that you know the codes. That's great.
I just I would have been here timely, but the rain and traffic. I'm like, well, let's get there safely so I can give out good advice and keep everybody squared away on the show and the listeners. How you guys doing? How's everybody doing?
We're great. Everybody's good here. Let's get right to the phone calls. Let's go to line one, and we will start with Mike. Mike, good morning. You're on with Acid Dom. What do you got, Mike?
Hey, Dom. How you doing? So last year I was involved.
Mike?
No, did we lose him?
I'm going to put Mike on hold. Carmen, if you could check on him, because it sounds like his phone pooped out. In the meantime, we'll go to line two, and that's Joanna. Joanna, good morning. You're on with Acid Dom. What do you got?
Good morning.
Hi.
Good morning. My father-in-law passed away a few years ago, and a couple of weeks ago, we got contacted by a third-party financial management company saying that he had property that we didn't know about. It had been auctioned off for past due taxes, and there was some money left over. They sent us over a contract and wanted us to sign it, and they wanted 1/3 of whatever financial recovery we got, and the contract was terrible. We're not going to sign it, but how do we go about, where do we go from here? I guess the question is.
A lot of those are scams, so I'd be cautious on that. Is it in the state of Florida, or where was the passing, the issue?
Yeah, the passing was here in Florida, and the land is in Florida, and we did go on the property appraisers or property site, and the land did go up for auction. So that part of it's legit.
Okay.
It's just the letter is like they want 1/3 of whatever we recover. Plus, they said if they have to hire an attorney, the attorney fees are going to come out of whatever we get. Any expenses they have are going to come out of it. And we're like, well, if y'all are going to hire an attorney, what is the 1/3 for? Like, you know what I mean? It just sounded so scammy. But where do we go if we don't want to go with them?
Well,
I mean,
so
what's
this
the
is
first
something.
step?
This is something that wasn't in the will or was part of an estate or the non-will. I mean,
No will, no will, no nothing. I mean, he didn't. We didn't even know he had owned anything. He did. We had actually. My sister-in-law had bought him a place to live when he moved down to Florida in a 55 and over community. He had a truck that was paid off. This land was completely paid off. Other than that, he really didn't have anything, and he did not leave a will. So
Okay.
we're just not sure where to go from here.
all right. Well, we're going to send you to my attorney, Andrew Gracie. He handles probate law, so this is going to be an issue out of a probate action. He died without a will. It looks like these folks came in and paid off the property taxes on land that was free and clear, but you still got to pay the property taxes. So that this is a product of not really knowing what's going on with a family member, which is why I always tell folks, hey, listen, get your affairs in order, get your wills and trust documents. And Andrew Gracie's fantastic. Peebles and Gracie, go to askthedumb.com. We'll give you his information. He's been on my show a bunch of times, a sponsor, and we went through one show of the trust and will documents that he did for me and my family. I mean, we just did whatever he did for me live on air, just so the listeners can get an understanding of how it works and the flow of things. That was he's just fantastic. So askthedumb.com, Andrew Gracie.
The taxes have already been paid off. There's around $20,000 that's left over, and this company wanted to recover that for us. So the rear taxes have been paid off. I guess that money is just sitting there.
I understand.
And
you're going to send the letter that you got from this company to Mr. Gracie, and he's going to review it. And he's going to tell you what he recommends.
All right.
Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yep,
Good
you're
luck
welcome.
to you. Good luck to you. Isn't
All
it a
right,
shame
bye.
that there are so many scam places out there that even in the time of, the worst time of your life where you've lost a loved one and you're dealing with everybody's feelings, they try to sneak it in you when you're least expecting it. They have absolutely no love at all for anybody. That's the worst thing you could do to someone.
It happened to me. I get letters and things all the time. Somebody sent me something not too long ago that a fairy yellow had passed away and that I was named in the inheritance. They need all the information. And all I sent back is I say, anything that comes to me upon my passing, please forward to Mike Calta.
Oh, I'll take it.
Then that was the only response I sent back. There was no fairy yellow that died. No, I know the people in my family. I mean, everybody that I'm related to is either in jail or in prison. So I mean, it's very simple. That person did not exist.
Easy enough. Let's go to Ray. Ray, good morning. You're on with Ask the Dom. What do you got, Ray?
Hi, good morning. I was involved in a head-on collision a couple of years ago. Another driver actually hit me head-on, and I was actually doing rideshare at the time. The only issue was I wasn't in my personal vehicle. That was in the shop, and my insurance got me a rental vehicle. I told them verbally that I was doing rideshare, and even the rideshare company knew that I was doing rideshare, but because the vehicle wasn't listed underneath their platform, I wasn't covered, and my insurance denied the claim.
Right. So the car that hit you, what's the status of the insurance on their end, the bodily injury?
They only were able to recover $10,000, and now I got a bill for $13,000 from Enterprise.
Yeah, who'd you hire as far as an attorney?
I checked into it, but they said that I wasn't the company that I do insurance for. They said that I wasn't able to have a case.
The company that you do insurance for, I don't know what that means. I mean, first of all, if they're only offering 10, did they send you the check?
Yeah, I got recovered the other party's money, or they recovered it to pay off the vehicle because it was a brand new vehicle that got damaged.
We're missing things. You got different parts of the policy. They paid $10,000 in property damage, is what it sounds like. I'm asking, did they have bodily injury coverage for the injuries that you would have sustained?
No, nobody pays anything.
Okay, were you injured, or is this just a property damage claim?
Seatbelt laceration, but the other person in the vehicle actually got launched from the back seat into the front floorboard because she wasn't buckled. But luckily, I mean, yeah.
All right. And when did the accident happen?
That happened back in 2022.
All right. Well, you're waiting way too long to call me. This call should have happened back in 2022. So we have to investigate whether the folks that caused the accident have bodily injury coverage, and then we have to research whether or not there's a plausible denial of insurance coverage based on a non-vehicle listed on a policy. And then even if it is listed, did you purchase uninsured motorist coverage, UM?
Yes.
All right. How much did you have?
I think I had 10,000.
All right. Well, here's now the other problem. How much is it going to cost time, energy, and effort to chase $10,000? That's going to be ultimately the question if it's worth litigation. I think the best case scenario would be is if you have, well, you don't even know if you have BI. They just sent you the $10,000 for the property damage. You don't even know if they have bodily injury coverage.
Yeah. No, I didn't. I didn't hear anything about that. But the 10,000 actually went to pay the vehicle.
Yeah, that went to the car.
And yeah.
All right, you don't know what you don't know, which is fine. So now we got to find it out. So you have to hire the firm, which is a contingency fee. Doesn't cost you anything to retain the services. And then I got to look it up. I got to contact the insurance company, get the policy declaration sheet, and tell you what it is we don't know at the moment we're talking right now.
Yes, sir.
There you go. Contact the office.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay.
All right, buddy. All right. Let me see. We got. I'm gonna try and go back to Mike, who was on line one, whose phone tapped out earlier. Mike, good morning. You're on Ask Dom. You there?
Yes, sir.
All right, there you go. Loud and clear. What do you got?
Okay, so I just explained the entire story to no one apparently.
Sorry.
It's all right. So last year I was involved in a couple of automobile accidents, one involving my vehicle, one involving my wife's vehicle. I was found to be not at fault for both of those. Already went through my insurance, handled the claims, didn't have to pay deductibles, and got my both vehicles fixed. Since then, I've tried to file diminished value claims. In the state of Florida, you have to go through the other party's insurance. I've been just getting ghosted. They won't respond to my calls or emails. I've contacted 3 or 4 law firms in the area, and none of them will do anything with it. They said basically it's not worth enough for them to pursue it.
Okay.
What are my...
Well, let's analyze why it's not worth enough. How much money did you get for the vehicles? And it's 2 different cars, 2 different accidents, correct?
Yep. Yes.
All right. So let's do your car. How much did you get for your car?
I didn't receive any monetary compensation. They just fixed my vehicle for me.
All right. So the car's been repaired. What's your diminution of value claim?
So it's worth less now if I were to sell it.
I got it. It's diminished value. Okay. What's the amount? What is it that you think the amount is less?
I mean, at least a couple $1,000.
We got to know specifically how much was the car. Okay, how much was the car new? Did you buy it used? How old is it? There's a lot of factors that go involved in that. And then you have to have an appraiser come out that comes out to appraise the vehicle now. And then you can have a Carfax report that's going to say it's been damaged in an accident. So there's a lot of factors that go into that. So if the car is worth $10,000, when you bought it, and now it's worth $5,000, in that example, your diminution of value claim is $5,000.
Okay.
All right. So that's what I am asking you. What is the value? Do we know that?
Yeah, I purchased the vehicle in 2020 for $15,000, and the accident, the invoice I got was for $6,000.
All right, so they fixed the car. So now the question is, have you hired an appraiser to come out and say what's the value of your car now after the accident?
I have not.
Spend the coin for that, because that's what you have to bring to a lawyer. Bought the car, for $15,000 in 2020. It was in an accident, not my fault. It cost $6,000 to repair it, which is less than 75% of the inherent value of the car, which is why they repaired it and not replaced it. And then what you're going to do is an appraiser will come out and say, well, this car now is only worth, $11,000. So in that example, your claim is $4,000. Now the lawyers can tell you whether it's worth it or not, because right now you guys are just talking fictitious numbers. Nobody knows what the hell you're talking about.
I understand that, but the problem I'm running into with the attorneys that I've spoken with is basically they're telling me that they only deal with brand new, higher end cars with diminished value claims. That
makes
even if
sense. That's logical. I mean, it doesn't mean you don't have a claim. I mean, you can still do a claim in small claims court if the amount is less than $8,000. It's just a hassle for larger firms or even the smaller firms to do that because there's not more bang for the buck. I mean, every lawyer is going to want to have you come in and say, "Hey, my Ferrari is jacked up, and now it's not worth what I paid for it." Now that's a good day in a diminution of value claim. Now we're not. We're not driving. What are you driving? What are you driving?
A Hyundai Santa Fe.
That's not going to be appealing, because it's not a Ferrari or a Lamborghini. Okay,
$4,000 is a lot of money to me.
Yeah, but you got to understand, you're asking lawyers to spend time, energy, and effort in money, and $4,000 may cost $8,000 to them in time, energy, and effort. So there's the correlation. That's what folks miss when you call lawyers, but lawyers don't tell you what I'm just telling you. I'm telling you what they think because that's what I do, and I'm not afraid to tell you because that's why Mike has me on the show. It's why I have my own show. It doesn't correlate.
I completely understand where they're coming from. My question is like, what do I do? Because I can't even get anyone from the other insurance companies to even respond to me.
I just told you, you're going to go get an appraiser to come out now that the car is repaired, and they're going to tell you how much this car is worth. You need that piece of paper, and then you're going to send a demand to the insurance company, certified letter, and ask for that difference. That's your diminished value claim. If not, off to small claims court we go, and you file a lawsuit, then they have to answer that. And if you need help with that, attorney Dave Parrott in my office does diminution in value claims. AskTheDom.com.
Okay.
Right.
What's that name so I can write it down, please?
813-251-5550. And if you forget, you can always go to AskTheDom.com. All the information's on the website as well.
Thank you very much.
All right, buddy. Thank you. Dom, you have time for one more? We got a lot of phone calls on hold.
I had court yesterday, which is why we rotated till today, so I appreciate you guys work on my calendar. I've got plenty of time.
All right, well, let's take this one
I'm
more.
just waiting on my daughter.
All right. Is your daughter coming out, sir?
Oh, sorry about that, bud.
Right.
I just trying to give a little PSA announcement. The first lady that called about the property scam, her dad had died, et cetera. Right. Generally how these scams work, they'll say, hey, we got this property. Unless you do the investigation and make sure it was in her dad's actual name, they string you along a little bit and say, hey, we've recovered some money, but we're going to need a processing fee up front, $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. And then we'll need it up front. And then they throw them the money. Some of the brazen ones will call back and say, all right, we have another processing fee. We need a few $100s, $1,000, what have you. And they keep stringing you along. Next thing you know, that money's gone and you never see them again. These are overseas type of scammers. Yeah. It's classic. So always do your research for sure. Worst case scenario or best case scenario, just call an attorney up front.
I like it. We got asked to Dom and we got asked to this guy. We got it. All right, thank you. Appreciate it, sir.
Well, that's the listener did that. They went to the actual property and they confirmed that it was the
legit
the family relative. So yeah, that the listener did that. But I understand what this.
I would never do any of that stuff without consulting an attorney. It just doesn't make sense. Hi, you're on with Ask the Dom. Who is this? Hello. Goodbye. Good morning. You're on with Ask the Dom. Who is this? Maybe this is a sign from God that we should just wrap things up, Dom.
I would like to say, did Dominic's money?
I mean, Jesus.
Oh, very nice. That's a very nice call.
James has a question for Pap. James, go ahead. What do you got?
Oh, wow. I wasn't expecting to be on the air. I just heard about that there was a karaoke show contest that was happening later tonight, and I saw that you had to sign up for a chance to participate.
All right, let me explain.
If I'm looking at that right?
Yeah, so tonight is Spanish and Pap will be hosting a karaoke gong show at Goodnight John Boy's, which is downtown St. Pete. I believe you could sign up there. You don't have to sign up online or anything. But I would get there early. What time are you there, Spanish?
7:30.
So I would get there like 7:45, 8 o'clock the latest, sign up, and then they're going to start doing it. There's a $500 cash prize.
Oh, okay. So it's like you're there, and they just kind of go down a list calling people up?
Yeah. Are you a singer, sir?
I I enjoy singing. Yeah. I don't
You sound
know
like
if
you're gonna win.
I should call myself-
You're very, very nervous.
Well,
You're
listen,
very.
do you need me to send Spanish by to pick you up?
No,
'Cause-
he'll get there on his own.
All right.
I'm just saying you don't sound like Galvin and I picked up right away. You sound like a little nervous guy, which usually doesn't translate well for somebody singing in front of other people.
Oh, I mean, it's kind of different when you're on stage, you know.
The adrenaline kicks in.
Maybe he's gonna do the Who, My Generation.
Yeah.
Ooh. Stutter it out.
Yeah.
What is your go-to song?
So I mean, if I'm just getting one shot, I guess like my big song is as I like to do "Nightmare" by Avenged Sevenfold.
Oh wow!
Can we get
All
a little bit?
Yeah,
a little
you
taste?
Got any little acapella
Preview?
and go.
I'm in a laundromat.
Listen to me.
You get some
If
good
you can
echo.
sing in a laundromat, you
That's
can
right.
sing on stage in front of people.
I mean, it's actually
big Nancy.
it's kind of weird because
It's kind of weird because it's 2023 and you don't have your own washing machine. That's the weirdest part of it. Go out tonight, get on stage,
No
sing with
pep
the
pin
boys.
for that guy.
No what? No,
No
pin.
pep
No
pin.
pin for him.
Yeah.
No pep pin. Dom, you going out tonight, sing a little karaoke?
You know, I don't know. I haven't sung in a while since I sang with a band called Pitbull Toddler.
Yeah.
Really?
I was replaced by Spanish. So I-
Save a horse,
you
ride a
know,
lawyer.
Yeah, I used to sing that song all the time, and then but I've gotten through the firing through therapy, so I've recovered well. But no, Pumpkins is coming back in town. She was on assignment. She had work to do outside the state of Florida, so I've got the kids until she gets in. She doesn't land until very late this evening, so I've got the kids with me this evening, and I don't have my show tonight because we have the Lightning preseason.
Again, they're playing back to back.
They play, yeah. That was a unique schedule for the preseason, yesterday and today. So my show will be tomorrow night. We have a wonderful charity. I've been asked to MC an event next month for the Pediatric Diabetes Research Foundation. So a great cause, a wonderful organization. Those folks are going to come on and talk about type 1 diabetes. I had a show a few months back. I had Dr. Miller in talking about type 2 diabetes. So every month or 6 weeks or so, I'll try to bring in a charity or some local event, to bring awareness to certain issues. And then I had a fantastic time talking about a charity over at Crack Up Cancer. I watched Johnny B and a few other guys perform. It was fantastic this past Saturday. That was a lot of fun.
How was Johnny? Was he funny?
I'm going to tell you something. He was. And I don't
Funnier
mean,
than Mo?
I don't mean that that he wouldn't be funny. It's just I had not seen him in that setting since way back when he auditioned, that came out when we did the cruise.
Right.
And then him and Kat, they auditioned to come on, next thing you know, they're on the station. I hadn't seen him in that format. I've always just seen him in studio or talked to him socially. And it was great to watch him in that setting. And I'm going to tell you, he did a fantastic job.
Wow.
And I'm not saying that because I know Johnny and no, I'm saying if he sucked, I would tell you, I would tell him.
Who is funnier, Johnny B or Mo?
Well, I haven't. Well,
Nah.
I saw Mo a few years ago at was it Slide Splitters?
Right.
And he wasn't bad, but if I had to compare the two, and I'll tell Mo this, tomorrow because he'll yell and scream. What do you mean? If I had to compare the two, last Saturday's Johnny was better than the Mo I saw 4 or 5 years ago, but it's different material. So if I would see whatever Mo's doing now,
What I heard was Johnny Saturday was better than anything Mo's ever done.
That's accurate.
That's what I heard.
That's accurate.
All right, well, good. Check out Ask the Dom, not tonight, but tomorrow night on this very radio station for his own show. You can call him at the office if you need him, 813-251-5550, or askthedom.com. That is where you'll find him. Dom, thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you for all your phone calls today.
Yep.
We'll take a break. When we come back, you have your last chance to win Morgan Wallen tickets before we get out of here. We'll do another round of Who's My Baby's Daddy next on 102.5 The Bone.
You're listening to the We now return to the Mike Calta Show. Mike Calta Show. The Mike Calta Show on 102.5 The Bone.
9:36 on the Mike Calta Show. The writer's strike is over now, huh? I'm telling you right now, the one thing we learned, we did not need late night talk shows anymore. Greg Gutfeld is all the world needs. Everybody was like, oh, we'll just watch this guy. He's as talentless as the rest of them. And that's not a knock against Gutfeld. I think he does a fine job. But they're really not doing a lot. They're just parading other people around in front of you and letting them talk. I feel like I'd be a great late night talk show host.
Oh, yeah.
And now here to tell you about it is Bert Kreischer. Anyway, it's over, so me and my people can get back to work now.
Oh, thank
writing.
God.
You know, us writers.
Yeah.
Bert could not promote the fact that his movie, The Machine, is the #1 movie in the country on Netflix now. When you can go and find it, if you're a Netflix fan, you want to watch it, you can go and get it and watch it in pieces, all at once, 4 times, whatever you want, all for free on Netflix. While it is the #1 movie, enjoy it. Bert couldn't talk about that because he is, he can't promote because of the writer's strike. But now that that's over, good for him.
Yeah, it's funny because I didn't want to get into the whole minutia of it or call him out on anything, but he's still performing.
Yeah, because he's performing his own act that he wrote and doing it live in person. It's not the same. I don't believe it's the same.
He wrote the act, so in solidarity of the writers. You know what I mean?
I think
that's
you just
what
hate Bert.
Yeah. No, I was just wondering because I know that there were some people who are like, well, why are they still doing stand-up?
Because they have to support their family.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know, like, I don't know what you want.
I don't know.
You know who it bit hard in the ass was Bill Maher and Drew Barrymore. Drew Barrymore was like, but my show isn't so good.
Yeah.
And she was going to go on and go, and they were like, you stink. All the actors were calling her
Scab.
out. Yeah. And then same thing with Bill Maher, but he's never really cared what anybody thought about him, so he was like, who cares? Yeah, I don't know. I don't really understand the whole ins and outs of the whole thing. All I know is they seem to have reached an agreement. Everybody's happy. Let's get back to business as usual.
I'm going to miss calling people scab, Michael.
Well, you can still call people a scab.
right.
You can call Gio a scab if you want.
I'm just look in the mirror and do it.
Oh, that's mean too. All right, we have a pair of tickets to give away to go see Morgan Wallen, everybody's favorite, Morgan Wallen. He's going to be at Raymond James Stadium on Thursday, July 11th, 2024. And I know that seems very far away, but this is one of those things that will sell out rather immediately. It's Morgan Wallen, Jelly Roll, Nate Smith, and Brian Martin. If you would like to go, we're going to do it right now with a little bit of Who's My Baby's Daddy. Here we go.
Okay, everybody, this is Maury Povich, and it's time to play Who's My Baby's Daddy?
Lord, I've been done had too many babies, honey. Who is my baby daddy? Girl, I'd be a millionaire if I could ever figure out where I got Cheeto, Limbo, Cracker Jack, Orangelo, K. Martina, Salmonella, Velveeta, Genitalia, Catfish, Leroy, Cocoa Puffs and Pluto, Penelope, Jack Daniels, Buford, and Lamangelo. Who is my baby daddy? Don't even two of these children even look alike. Aloe Vera, Maybelline, Gingivitis, Brill Cream, Cruix, NyQuil, Gangsta Q and Daffodil, Ron Bacardi, Captain Morgan, D-Mark Torres, and DeLorean, Gynolotrum, and Felicia, Chlamydia, Champagne. Who named these children, and how many of them is it? Why they always want to come live with me anyway? Ask them who their daddy is. Look over yonder, they go. Nova Scotia, Bubblicious, Cuponita, Gonorrhea, Ice Bucket, Batuglia, Visine, and Margarita, Percolator, Terminator, Velcro, and Taekwondo, Varicella, Chromosome, Obstetria, and Shathid. That's the ignorant one right there, Shathid. Who is these baby daddies? I wish I knew. I'd show sue him for some child support, honey. Shoot.
All right, let's get a contestant on the line. Let's go to line 12. Let's hit this. Good morning. Who is this? Hello?
Hello?
Hi?
Hello?
Yes, hi.
Jesus Christ.
My name is Kathy.
All right, why are you yelling, Kathy?
I feel like you can't hear me.
No, we can. All right, Kathy.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Uncle Leo over here.
Sorry.
It's all right. All right, Kathy, we're going to give you her side of the story first, then his side of the story, then we're going to talk about it, and you, Kathy, will yell at us whether he is or is not the baby's daddy, okay?
Okay.
All right, here's her side of the story first. Here we go.
My ex-boyfriend London is gonna get a reality check today. He thinks he can just sit around and deny my baby Kamaya. He's got another thing coming. I've been working 2 jobs just to take care of my baby. He's not nothing but a lazy bum who can't find a job. London's loud, obnoxious sisters have been telling him he's not the father of Kamaya. Crystal and Precious need to mind their own damn business. Mari, I want you to read the results 3 times. Once for London and twice for his idiot sisters. You are the father.
All right, what is his name? London?
I believe so, London. yeah.
London.
And his sisters, Crystal and Precious.
Precious, I bet you she's pretty. And the baby is Kamaya. All right, that is her side of the story. She says he is the baby's daddy and the sisters once they get involved. Oof. All right, let's find out from London what he has to say for himself. Here we go.
A liar, a cheater, and a hoe is all the words that describe my ex Paula, who's trying to pin her baby on me. Me and my sisters are blood, so if they say Paula was cheating, I have no reason to not believe them.
Paula is nothing but a dirty whore that'll sleep with anyone who gives her the chance. Paula's baby Kamaya got a big old forehead and nappy hair. My brother don't make ugly babies because our side of the family look good.
I heard out of Paula's own mouth this baby isn't mine. She throws it in my face so much, it must be true.
Paula, you know this is not my brother's baby, and I refuse to let you take advantage of him.
That baby doesn't even look like me. It can be anybody's in this city, but it's not mine.
Wow. Okay. We're going to talk about it a little bit, and then you will decide, Kathy, whether he is or is not the baby's daddy. Usually when the sisters are involved, it's actually more of a mother. But anytime the family's involved, he's an automatic father. But I say no. I say that she is, in fact, the skeezer, and that if they can call her nappy-headed, but Don Imus did it, he loses his career, but they can say it. I say he is not the baby's daddy. Galvin?
I say that Crystal and Precious both sound like Kathy yelling at us.
Yep.
And once the sisters are involved, 100% he's the father.
Yeah.
If they're denying
usually
it,
the rule.
yeah, that is basic science. Yeah. So I
Kathy,
say he is the father.
We're split down the middle. I say no. Galvin says yes, but what say you? Is he or is he not the baby's daddy for the Morgan Wallen tickets?
I say he is the baby daddy.
All right, let's check in with Maury Povich and find out if Kathy and Galvin are right that he is the baby's daddy. Here we go.
In the case of 18-month-old Kamaya, London.
You are not the father.
You are the father.
I hope they say it 3 times. One for Precious and the other one. Well, Kathy? Kathy?
Yes.
Hi.
Yes.
You are the winner, Pumpkin. You got the first pair of tickets. You're going to see Morgan Wallen, Jelly Roll, and the rest of the boys July 11th of next year at Raymond James Stadium. Congratulations.
Yay.
Yay.
Thank you so much.
Hold on. It's going to take a second. Carmen will get your information. Okay, Pumpkin?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Bye. Crazy. Yeah, so that's happening next year, but it'll be here before you know it. And then once it sells out, everybody's going to be trying to fight and sell their tickets online and all that. So I can't believe the Lightning are playing back-to-back games.
Yeah.
Tonight. That's a weird schedule.
Yeah.
Well,
hopefully they just hurry up and get all the preseason out of the way, and then we're rocking and rolling with regular season.
Yeah.
No, I'm ready for that. I'm ready because now I actually have TV where I can watch all the games, which really, I'm telling you right now, it really detached me from the sport, not being able to watch the games at home. A lot of times, even if I couldn't get to the game, if I could just watch a couple of periods here before I fell asleep, I felt like I was more involved. But having it be on whatever that was, what was that, Valley Sports,
yeah.
and not being able to get it because of my cable company really ruined things. But now I get it all, so now I'll be watching.
Nice.
I know. I remember one time putting on Twitter, I was like, this is really killing me that I can't watch this game. And like a bunch of people who weren't from Tampa were like, I can't believe people watch hockey that's not playoff hockey. I go, yeah, that was us. That was my wife. She would watch every game. That would be our plan. We'll eat dinner, and then we'll watch the Lightning game and go to bed. That was like she planned it out. Yeah, but not anymore because she didn't even know half the players now because she couldn't watch the games. It was terrible.
Bad. What would you say?
You could listen to it here at the radio station.
Yes, for sure. What would you say is the most exciting sport to watch live? Because I will tell you, it's not football.
No, hockey's not nonstop moving, so I would say hockey.
Hockey's very fun. Football, I like to go to the game every once in a while. Definitely watch it on TV, but it's more exciting on TV because it's more produced and done and stuff.
And you can see everything on TV.
Yeah.
And no matter where you sit, even if you have the best seats, you still can't see everything like you're used to seeing on TV.
You said boxing. Boxing is
Kickboxing
great.
and boxing, yeah.
Unless you get a
as
boring
well.
fight, you go watch, what's his name? That was a
Floyd
champion.
Mayweather.
Not Mayweather, the other guy.
Lennox Lewis.
No, not the heavyweight. The one that was from here. Well, what's his name? Roy Jones. You watch Roy Jones, Jesus, it was just him moving the whole time.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, he's a skilled boxer, but It was the most boring fight ever.
Oh, you're out of your mind. Against who?
Like
all of his?
No,
or-
I saw him fight here, and
against Glenn Johnson. Yeah, that was kind of boring. He was a little bit older then.
yeah, but I'm just saying, like those fighters who win in the first couple of rounds and then just take off for the rest of the thing by just avoiding punches.
Yeah. Getting on the bike,
I get
yeah.
it; it's a skill, but it's just boring for the people watching. So
That's why I like kickboxing.
you get into a real boxing, or you watch like scumbags fight, like you go to, like when they used to do that thing where regular people would
No
fight
rules.
each other.
The
What was that
best.
thing called? The
Backyard
no,
brawling.
like, I don't forget what it was. No, I remember I went
Tough
to
Man competition.
Tough Man,
Yeah.
thank you. I went and watched those Tough Man. Just two guys never met each other, get in the ring, and they're like, "All right, go!" And they were just good guy fighting in jeans, the other guy fighting in sweatpants. Then women in there beating each other. I was like, "This is the best thing I've
Hell
ever seen."
yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Hardcore.
That's when you get a lot of action because those guys are fighting for their mortgage payment, or
Yeah.
they're fighting to pay a bill, or buy an engagement ring, or a tattoo, or something.
Seems like they got a lot of stuff going on in their life already, and then they get in the ring and you go, "Oh, he's taking out some anger there." Oh yeah.
I like it a lot.
I gotta
Yeah.
tell you, so I used to host. I was the MC, like the ring announcer for just amateur boxing. Like you could go and do it. We called it. It was actually Budweiser, but it was up in Destin. It was King of the Ring.
Yeah.
And people could just go in there and fight. It was in a nightclub, and people would go crazy.
Now,
'cause
did
we-
they have a ring?
Yeah, they had a full ring.
Because
they had a
they used to
referee.
do that here, and they would just be like, "All right, this is the area," and guys would knock each other into the bar. And
No, we had a full ring set up, had a referee, had all the different stuff, and they had headgear and boxing gloves. But then we would get girl fights,
Ugh.
and it would be like hot girls, and I would go, "What are you
Why?
doing?
Uh.
Do you not?" And then they would realize when they got in there, it was so funny how many people got punched in the face and would turn around.
Yep.
And
Yep.
it, like if they can't see your face, the fight's over.
Yeah.
That's not how it works.
Oh, I
They
love
hop you
those
out of
people.
it. They hop you away.
There was some guys that were kind of like training a little bit, not pro boxers or anything like that. They were just training. They were kind of learning the stuff, whatever. But they were much better than other people, and other people would get in there and they'd get destroyed. One dude got in there and he was a big muscle dude, big, scary muscle guy, and the other guy was just like a normal dude. And the guy goes in one punch. The guy just cranked his knee, went down, and had to be carried out of the thing.
If I was in a bar and they had that with the ring set up, I
Yeah.
would do it 100%. Not even to win, just the fun of it. I'll get knocked around a couple of rounds from a guy. Because what was it, 2 rounds, 3 rounds, 30 seconds each?
Yeah, they do pretty quick.
If you get in there, and I mean, you could just protect your nose and then just take a couple of shots and then be like, "All right, I'm done."
It would be awesome, but knowing my luck, I'd get in there with someone your size, and then
No,
it'd be
but they pretty much match them up by sight. You
Try
know?
to, yeah.
But I don't mind getting in there and just getting knocked around a couple of minutes and be like, "All right, I'm not a boxer."
sparring is fun.
Thank you to Acid Dom for being on the show. You can find him at aciddom.com. And tonight on this radio station, he will not have a show because the Lightning are on, but he will be on tomorrow night. How do you like that? Check us out on Instagram. I posted a new video of us talking about the FEMA FCC signal that's going to be coming through your phone in October.
5G.
Yeah. And it'll be, or as Spanish tells you, conducting through your body.
Yeah, man.
Because of all the metals you've ingested.
I have heavy metal in my brain.
Oh, boy. Anyway, that's up on Instagram at the Mike Calta Show. Tonight you'll join Pap in Spanish out at Goodnight John Boys.
Yeah.
That's in
Come on out,
downtown
everybody.
St. Pete. $500 cash prize for karaoke.
Go see Timid Steve sing Avenged Sevenfold. Whatever his name was.
It starts at 8, so get there at 7:30 to register
Yeah,
if you
get
want to
signed up.
compete. Yeah,
I can't believe this show's over already.
I know.
Like, I feel like we just got here.
It's fast.
that's what happens when Gio leaves.
It's because you took that bead that Pap gave you.
Yeah.
Wound up being a hit of acid.
Probably not a-
In less than 10 minutes, we'll give you the Bone Bonus keyword. Then again at noon, 2, and 5, your chances to win $1,000. Put it in the Bone app. If you don't have that, you still have time to download it and be ready. It's got 10 minutes before we give you the keyword. Tomorrow is Thursday. We'll do the open letter rewind. And what else tomorrow, Spanish?
Let me check. I don't think we have anything.
Got debates
tomorrow.
tonight, right?
Yeah.
Debates are tonight, and I think maybe Isaiah TG will reschedule for tomorrow.
And Martine for football picks. we have
Yes, so
tomorrow.
Martine will be here for football picks. That is all happening on tomorrow. Then on Friday, Nick Carter from the Backstreet Boys is going to join us on the show.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Not our first or last boy band guy we've had on the show. But Nick Carter, Tampa guy, I guess they're going to get ready to go back on the road. He's got a show coming up here, a solo show.
I would imagine, yeah, with the boy bands seem
Yeah.
to be back.
He's so handsome.
He is.
He's so
Very
handsome. He's
handsome.
going to be like Stamos, where he's like 60 and still good looking. All right, you guys have a great day. Check us out on Instagram at the Mike Calta Show. Facebook, we're there everywhere. X, Why? Whatever. Zink zoink. Have a great day. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.